Right, because I'm getting ready to. But it's all good. It'll be charged up when I get home.
Right. Right, you be able to Google without plugging it back up as soon as you get there.
Exactly.
Hit you right here. I don't know if them whiskers just.
Yeah, that's chicken salad.
Oh, okay, you good, man.
Yeah. Things get a little rough around here sometimes.
Eat my ball.
Eat my hair.
Okay. No, say she running late.
Lord have mercy on me.
That was good, boy. That chicken salad right on time.
That's my third helping.
Is it, boy?
You know, it was the test.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we on, ain't we? Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom to the worldwide family. Peaceful Sabbath, y'all. As we get about our Abba's business, y'all, we ain't going to delay it. We're going to get right to it. Wherever you are on planet Earth, turn toward Holy Jerusalem.
1 Kings 8 chapter.
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 2.
All right, family. We're going to get this opening prayer. And it is with the Most High's permission. And is in the name of his only beloved and begotten Son, our Lord and Savior and our Redeemer, Yahushua HaMashiach. But we know him as Jesus the Christ, family. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 28th chapter, it reads, Unto thee will I cry, O Yahweh, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest, if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit.
Yes, sir.
Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands toward thy holy oracle.
Yes, sir.
Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts.
Yes, sir.
Give them according to their deeds, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors.
Sir.
Give them after the work of their hands. Render to them their desert.
Yes, sir.
Because they regard not the works of the Most High, nor the operation of his hands. He shall destroy them and not build them up. Blessed be the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Because he hath heard the voice of my supplication. Yahweh is my strength and my shield.
Yes.
My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore, my heart greatly rejoiceth, and with my song will I sing praise. Yahweh is their strength, and he is the saving strength of his anointed.
Yes.
Save thy people.
Yes, sir.
And bless thine inheritance. Feed them also, and lift them up forever. Hallelujah! Selah!
Yes, sir. Once again, y'all, praises to the Most High and his only begotten Son, our one and only high priest, y'all, Yeshua HaMashiach, locally known as Jesus the Christ, y'all. Y'all, we ain't gonna belabor it too much longer, but what we're doing is part 2. We always pick up on the homework. So it's spiritual fornication, the Antichrist of Israel, part 2. And y'all, with this, what we want to do is get into the detail of how that works against us, and it's supernatural. And if we truly understand what the Most High was instructing us when he said, gird the loins of your mind. Don't worry about the flesh, y'all. Get it up here. Get this protected. Get safe knowing up here, so to speak. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Get the safeness up here. Once you get it up here, then you'll be protected, because that's where Satan is trying to get into. So y'all, we're gonna pick up on the homework on that, but before we do, y'all know we want to send shouts out to all our sick and shut in. Also to my one brother Corey, his sister passed, and his mom is, she feeling the pain a little bit. It's a little rough. Anytime a child go before the parent, it gets a little rough. So just want to pray for that family, that the Most High have mercy upon them today as they, send her home for our homegoing.
Yes, sir.
Also to our brother and uncle, our friend, Brother Agda, over in the Holy Land. Also Yisraela, Emo Yisraela, as well as Emo Naomiya, Sister Zeb and Nakia, Brother Sheb, I should say, and Sister Nakia over there as well. And I still, man, every Sunday, I be wanting to tell Jake, I'm gonna get the, no, I'm saying Sunday, I be wanting to tell Jake, man, what is the sister name over there that was in Israel? I want to say it's Sister Grace, but I'll ask Jake again. Hopefully Jake listening, he put it out there. But
No, Grace from
England. Okay, I just don't want to leave her out, because she used to call in on the show all the time. To Brother Uriah, Sister Hannah, Brother Judas is doing well, y'all. Everything went well at the hospital. He say he's feeling pretty good after his first treatment. So he thanks y'all for y'all prayers as well. And also, y'all, just shouts out to the continued supporters of the ministry and the radio station, y'all, because y'all keep us diligently going, and we truly appreciate that, y'all. So with that, Tuba, you got any questions before we get going?
I actually do. I have one
Okay.
right here that I got through in a week. It says, pray all is well with y'all. I have a question. I agree with what was said around the 50-minute mark talking about last week's class. However, I've been battling with the finishing of my prayer lately in the name of your son who died for me, or saying in Yeshua / Jesus / the Messiah's name, versus just saying amen. What scripture can help me? Shalom and Most High bless y'all.
Well, when you're saying it in the Messiah's name, it's just signing off on it from his messenger, so to speak, that you're acknowledging that. But when you get into Matthew 6, you start off like he said, our Father.
Right.
So once you understand it from that perspective, this is Christ giving the instructions. See, you can't read that first verse and then don't understand saying in his name. You're understanding it because he's instructing us how to pray. Right. So he gets the glory at the beginning of the prayer, not so much as looking for him at the end. What you got, AZ Ben Yehuda?
And we go to Timothy, we find out that Christ is the mediator, so we got to come through Christ first. To
Absolutely,
get to the
bro.
Father.
Absolutely.
In order to get to the Father, you must go to the Son. And
Yeah,
acknowledge the Son first.
and I understand what they're saying is like just saying, well, we say this in the name of Christ. See, a lot of people think that Christ is leapfrogging the Father. But the prayer, like I say, the first words, how do we pray? Our Father, which are in heaven. You know, these are not my words, but the words that he gave me, he sent me. So I have a level of authority. You just have to recognize his level of authority and saying, we're asking these blessings by the one that taught it to us. He's the one that taught it to us, you understand? So hopefully that got some understanding, because what's happening is people probably saying, and I've heard this before, oh, you praying to the Messiah. That's the Messiah. He ain't the Father. He ain't this and that. But, well, how did you listen to the first verse of it?
Right.
And you're not understanding that they asked, how should we pray? They didn't go to the Father and ask that, did they?
No.
They could have easily done that, though, couldn't they?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
But they asked the Messiah, and they trusted in him because the Father was dealing with him directly. He said, if you do this in my name, and y'all have to understand that who's been given the authority. Like, just look at it like a lawyer to go to court for you. He's in your name. Everything concerned about you at work.
Right.
But he at court representing you like you.
Right.
So you giving him full authority to sign off as the administrator of your account with his signature
Right.
in your name.
Power of attorney.
Power of attorney, so to speak. So hopefully I got some good understanding that Christ was given power of authority. That lets the Most High know who you're saying the intercessor is,
That's
who
right.
the mediator
That's
is.
it.
That's why you end it in that. If you don't end it in that, you're still saying the same thing because you're doing it like the Messiah taught you.
Right.
They didn't ask the
Right,
Father,
right,
how
right.
do we
So,
pray? They asked the Messiah.
Yeah,
And he told them, and they agree with it.
Yes, sir.
So,
after this manner.
and that's what we do, don't we, y'all? Y'all, the Lord's Prayer is so powerful because it sums up everything, the whole matter of it from Genesis to Revelation, because it said, forgive us our transgressions as we forgive those who transgress us. But that's knowing the rules of forgiving transgression.
Right.
And knowing the rules of asking for forgiveness. All that's intertwined in there. You just can't blindly say, just forgive anybody that I may have offended. You have to know who you offended.
That's right.
You can't be walking around as an unknown offender. You know what I'm saying, Elijah? You know, you just got
recklessly
a reckless offender, got that circle with that X in it, and then right under the bottom of the unknown offender.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know who I did. I may have got you in Aldi. I may have cussed you out.
I'm known.
Don't
to
you
a-
grab them blast bananas, you ugly mother. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know who that person is.
Right. What you call it?
Yeah.
But even in that prayer, even the starting out of the Our Father is acknowledging the Godhead.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. So anytime you acknowledge the Father, you acknowledge
You
the
acknowledging
Son.
the Godhead
That's
because
right.
in order for you to end or to, Christ said, to believe in Him is to know the Father as well.
Yeah.
So to have Him, you have the Father.
Yeah.
And that's to believe in Elohim, the plural, the Godhead.
Yes, sir. Colossians 1, where there was no sin found in him. See, what happens is, y'all, these people, a lot of time when you hear about Christ and they're trying to water him down, they don't want to acknowledge the no sin part. As long as we keep him muddied up, then he'll equal to our high priest. And we could just say he okay, cool, even though he never sinned. You're still making him equal. Well, how we know he ain't never sinned? Even had one boy that say, if he hadn't gave up the ghost, he probably would have sinned. Well, since he didn't, where we at now? How's your faith now? Right. Since he didn't. Right. And there's no answer. Right. Because they're looking for fault of the Messiah. Exactly. Y'all, all of these are what we call judgment day, judgment day less prophecies or doctrines. Right. They don't want judgment day, and they really don't want Christ at the front of it because most men know how they done blaspheme against him. Talked about his mama. Still talking about his mama.
Yeah.
Try to get to the Father without Christ, aren't you a robber and a stealer?
Yeah, that's what it's saying. And they don't understand that you become a robber and a thief because everybody you talk to about this, you stealing their soul. Because say you block them, you can't go in, so you block them from going in. Right. So y'all, we have to be extra careful when we challenge on the Messiah, or we have to get somebody else. Or who is Moses talking about? Since you don't want that in Deuteronomy 18, who is it that he's speaking of? You still got to answer that. You still got to answer John, who was a Levite. I shall decrease, he shall increase. Who's the increaser?
And without them, do you have your turtle doves on deck?
Oh boy, look here. That's the main thing, Zeb. What you got?
Missing a whole lot.
You've been missing a whole lot.
You got a whole lot of sacrificing you need to be doing.
Boy, look here. You think back on what I did just this morning.
Way behind.
Not yesterday, just this morning. Look, y'all, because we always say, boy, if I could just take back yesterday or that one bad event. I mean, if somebody say you could roll back the hands of time, where we start at, Jeremiah? Where would we start?
Age of accountability.
Boy, look here. That's where we better start.
I sure was thinking kindergarten.
Boy, you have to start back to the point that where if you know what sins are now and you getting a fresh start, because we can't start at 15.
No.
If we start there, you thinking about something else. You thinking when my chest used to be out and I could really go a long time.
Right.
Running. I'm just saying running. Go ahead, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I can't speak for nobody.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say nothing. If I knew that the Most High was going to do what he's doing in my life,
Yeah.
I did more dirt.
Oh.
Y'all understand? So we have to take tomorrow the next day because we can't go back. Because if we could go back, y'all, we'll go back to before conception, because we wouldn't want to be born in this position.
Right.
Send me back to when we took over Hebron,
Right.
of Jericho. Send me back as soon as we got to Jerusalem. Give me them first few years before we went crazy.
A good time.
Boy, that good time. But what you got, man? We're going to get rolling, okay?
All right, I got an individual here, a submitted like that's got actually 2 questions, but it's actually one. It says, can I get some help? I really battle anxiety and depression and being double-minded.
Yes, sir.
And he also say, I have cycles of doing really good, then spiral.
Then spiraling. Well, today's lesson going to get right into that, because we're going to get into the book of James. It's not nothing that's happening to you that's uncommon to men.
Right.
It's your adversary watching you, but he watches you in your sleep. And those things, since we can't get into your sleep and help protect you at that point, you have to get prepared for the nighttime, for the night hours, and how to get yourself prepared, because that's when he come in and attack. He don't come, Shalom Magdi, he don't come while you awake, because all of us in here now, we'll help you battle the devil. But he like, no, I'm gonna get you when they go home. When you're weak. Yeah.
Ephesians 6.
Yeah.
Tell them to take up some of that.
Yes, sir. What you got, sis? Emo downstairs. If we get a couple brothers to go down. AZ, if one of y'all go down, just help out. She ain't got number 1 bag.
Yeah, you got to stop.
Oh, yeah, you ain't got you ain't probably got nothing but a jug. Maybe just a jug of juice now, because Mister got about 10 bags on it.
You probably got the jug.
Yeah. But so, was it a part 2 to that? You said a part 2 to that question?
I asked it all together.
Okay.
That was it.
So y'all, look, we gonna get over that, and it's temptation, y'all, that causes this. It's temptation that causes this, but the devil don't come after but what he see your eyes dart over to. See, we could talk all that noise, we love the Lord, but the devil tests you in your sleep, because it's what you accept in your dream. Do you still do these things, or do you worry about no man seeth me?
Right.
That's when you woke. But the Most High see you when you sleep.
Right.
So does the devil.
That's what I was just about to say. Because the scripture even tells us, man, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation.
Yes, sir.
So that devil gonna come at you any way and any time that he can, when he thinks you're vulnerable.
That's the key,
So
ain't it?
You gotta
when
stay
you're what?
Vulnerable. Keep your loins girded, man,
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, especially when you sleeping, because you're not in control of your thoughts, but your mind is still racing.
Yeah.
I wake up periodically throughout the night because my mind is thinking about stuff and it's happening, and I wake up and look for it to be happening, but I'm still in the bed.
Yeah.
So even though your body is at rest, your
Yeah.
mind is never at rest.
Right. And you have to rest that mind.
Yeah.
That's what the Sabbath do, because it's like a computer running nonstop. If you don't finally shut it down, it'll shut itself down. It goes into what's called hibernation. It's like, look, you won't turn me off, I'm gonna turn myself off.
Right.
So y'all, with that, let's get at it, y'all. We got any more too, Bob? We good?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay, so y'all, we're gonna start this off again, y'all. All of this is related to that felony list, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9 and Ezekiel 18, y'all. We must fight and get off that list. See, those are what the Day of Atonement is for, to get you off of that list. All these other little minor things, now with Oregon, because he changed the channel on me and knew I was watching football, you know, and he was saying something about a Tyler Perry movie. He don't know why a nigga want to watch Tyler Perry. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Right. It just got to do with loving your brother and understanding how to do that. Right. And temptations cause us to fall into bad light concerning that. So y'all, with that, let's get right at it. James chapter 1. And then we're going to get right into this warlock called Balaam. And you know the crazy part about it, what has a lot of these soothsayers today going crazy, is because the Most High used Balaam. Well, why he used that witchcraft sorcerer? So we're going to answer a few of those questions. But you know, they'll ask about Balaam, but you know what they never ask about? Satan in Job 1. Him going to the Most High. Who you trying to get at? You understand? Part 2 of last week, spiritual fornication, the Antichrist of Israel. So y'all, that's what we talking about. We see him doing it constantly. It's not nothing new with the Most High. People just look at it and say, well, will he use Nostradamus? Nostradamus want to be a seer. Nostradamus ain't he's going to have to end up giving the glory to the Most High. He's stealing from Revelation.
He uses a pig to eat up trash. He don't waste nothing.
No, yeah, boy, look here.
Right. Everything's got a use.
Yes,
Got a
sir.
purpose.
That's right.
Because it was created for good. So even though it turns evil, it still has to get the good working out of it, so to speak, for its own. Even if it's to destroy you with what you believe in, then your bad belief gets you out of here. Not the Most High put you out. You understand what I'm saying? What you love the most. You can't serve God and Mammon. Shabbat shalom, Imam. Hey, mister.
Bill found
Something carried, didn't he? Yeah. So let's get at it, y'all. James chapter 1.
All right, family.
And bro, I hope this brings some resolve to you every time you try to do right, wrong is that, but that's what Paul said. Every time I go do good, evil that.
That's right.
Oh, wretched man that I am.
We're going to be reading in the book of James.
Oh, my D.
Shabbat shalom, Maki. Chapter 1. We're going to start the reading in verse 12. Give everybody a second to get there. Shabbat shalom, Imam. My number one fan. The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
What that man enduring?
He endureth temptation.
Uh-huh.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
What is he going to receive?
The crown of life.
So, y'all, this is where we at. That's where Revelation say you end up getting crowned. Revelation 6 and 9, crowns were put on their head. 2nd Ezra 2:38 said, who is this man that crowneth them?
Right.
Y'all, so to get that crown, we got to endure temptation. That don't mean hide away from it. It means when it comes to you, you fight tooth and nail to the end of it.
That's right. To resist it.
To resist it. Go ahead, bro.
Which the Most High has promised to them that love him.
See, it's to them that love him. If you love him, you'll get through that temptation, because the temptation is not common to any man. So the temptation that's plaguing us is uncommon. What you say? Uncommon to you. Thank you, Liza. So it's nothing new under the sun. So it ain't nothing like we could say, well, see, it's different now than it was then. Mm-hmm. What Cain did to Abel, is that different from today?
No.
Is that different from Crips and Bloods in the same family?
No.
You know, born of the same tribes. What's any different? I mean, do you title it different?
No.
He slayed him, but not as Cain did Abel. Is that going to be in the documentation?
No.
Murder is
Well,
murder.
come on. Well, we know what we're talking about then. Go ahead, bro.
Nothing new under the sun. Verse 13.
Yeah.
Let no man say when he is tempted,
Uh-huh.
I am tempted of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
For Yahweh cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man.
So a lot of people was asked, well, what about when Job was tempting him with about Lot? I mean, Satan was tempting the Lord to let him get it. Wasn't that a temptation when he been tempted with evil? No, that's not a temptation. No, I get some. Yes, ma'am. Is that a temptation of? Is Satan got the Lord tempting us with evil? No, because it's what he already said. It's what Job said. Protect me, try me. I know you'll be on me if the devil comes. That's all Satan doing, is just saying, look, do he really believe in you? I believe if you do this, he'll stop believing in you. Mm-hmm. So he's like, well, go ahead, do what you need to do. But the Most High has to know we love him, other than just lip service.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Other than just lip service. Anybody can make their mouth say, I love the Lord.
Right.
I love the Lord.
Roll your tongue.
Boy, look here. I love him. I'd do anything for him. You can say that while you woke.
Right. I know you started at 12.
We can bag it up. You want to start at 1? Yes, yeah, we can start at 1.
Don't play.
Let's go ahead.
Tribes scattered abroad.
Let's get it. Oh, you like that? Okay.
All right, family, we're going to be reading in the book of James,
15, 11 through 20.
chapter 1.
Yeah, I had it. 15. Yes, sir. Yes,
Start the reading in
Because you don't
verse
cause
1.
any to sin. Yeah.
And it reads, James, a servant of Yahweh,
Who was he?
a servant of Yahweh,
Yes, sir.
and of the master Yahweh Mashiach,
Uh-huh.
to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
So who is this letter to?
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
So is this a last day greeting to the 12 tribes? Because they weren't scattered abroad at this time.
Right.
Scattered all over the universe now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 2,
Yeah.
my brethren,
Oh, my
count it
cash.
all joy
Uh-huh.
when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Thank you, sister. So now we get into there's different types of temptation. Divers, that means multiple types.
Right.
Count it joy, but look, you have to know the difference of being taken a whooping versus they're whooping you because of the word. That's the count it all joy. It's only one side to this. If the devil is coming at you about the preaching or the gospel or the accepting of Messiah, devil worshipers ain't got no temptation coming. They already got. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no reason that this is talking to them on that level like that. The temptations is the trials that's coming from the devil to break your faith.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 3,
Yeah.
knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
That's the main thing to make you hold out. See how long you can hold out. It helps with your patience because a lot of times we have problems like bro say the anxiety and different things. That's short patience. And understand what I mean because you want a quick relief from what's that so-called new disease that they putting out there called anxiety. It ain't no different. Back in the day, it's called worry.
But just like that, it says, the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Yeah.
Because you have to maintain and keep that same faith in the Most High that you have when you were zealous coming into the truth.
Yes, sir.
And it's the trying of that faith that works your patience because you have people that's going to keep coming to you with other stuff to try to divert you from your path of righteousness, saying you still believing in that, this is the new one, this is the this.
Yeah.
But if you allow yourself to get pulled off of your path, then your patience didn't last.
Well, and look, and it's a patient test. Real quick, while we hold it, just get up Matthew 13 real quick. The parable of the sower is the patience test. Because this is what happens when you run out of patience.
Right.
And look, and the key person that's trying to shorten your patience is going to be the devil every time, or the ways of the world that you get hooked up in. So just like you saying, bro, it ain't hard. It's just the fact we want it to happen now.
Right.
With no patience. Don't know the outcome. I just want it to stop now. Anxiety is the same way. I want this heavy breathing that feel like I'm finna die to stop. But if you just be patient, because all of them teach the same thing, just breathe slowly, in and out. Just breathe slowly. The problem is, I'm scared of the next one that's coming.
Right.
See, y'all understand? Well, the next one gonna come till you defeat it.
But that's the thing, it's the trying of your faith.
Thank you,
you have to have the faith that it will be worked out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's the faith in our Redeemer, man. What you got, AZ?
It was basically the development of your faith and your patience.
Yeah.
It's through development.
Yeah.
Your enhancement comes from
Right.
the walk on, in the process of those things. Like you said, you might have people that test you, and you might not pass the first time because you might get the
Yeah.
And the next time you look here, brother, and you take them there. Now his understanding is increasing.
Just don't lose the faith.
Don't lose the faith, y'all. So
you strike the stone like Moses did.
Right.
Versus later on in life, Moses say, "I know better. I won't do that no more."
That's right.
So let's get Matthew 13. I just want y'all to understand. We're gonna read certain part, but we just gonna get to what he explained, what what happens when you have short patience. Matthew 13, that's the parable of the sower. Y'all, and that's what it is, because you're the sower and you're sowing the seeds of the gospel. But if you put your work out too soon, or you can't develop, or your work becomes a burden for you. This can't become a burden for us to teach it to somebody else. That's going to be a problem. You understand?
Right.
Lord, I just don't feel like going over it with nobody
Tired of
today.
having to teach you.
Teach you, yeah.
And then we go over Deuteronomy 28 times already.
We're going to go over it again.
Right.
Because see, what happened is the Most High opened up another piece. That's where you learn the patience at, because that one verse that you read for the 30th time you read Deuteronomy 28, you said, I never saw that in that verse.
That's what that means.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
I done read this 30 times and I never saw that. Well, now you're becoming more complete.
Exactly. You're able to
But if you
explain
talking about, I know that scripture, then somebody say, well, what that, did you ever see that? Man, I never saw that in there like that before.
Or they do you like this.
Yeah. What book you in?
What book you got?
Yeah.
I don't think that's the same book I was reading in.
Go ahead. 13, Matthew 13 and 3, and then we're going to jump down to how he explains it.
Matthew chapter 13, verse 3.
What it say?
And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying,
Uh-huh.
Behold, a sower went forth to sow.
Right?
And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside.
Uh-huh.
And the fowls came and devoured them up.
So, like when you plant grass seeds, you plant them in a certain row that you dig up. Well, you put them in the row, but some falls outside of that row. The fowls come and eat the loose grass seeds up. Technically, they'll tell you to put hay over your grass seeds so the fowls can't eat the seeds off the top. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead. What the next one say? Verse 5.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
Some fell upon stony places
Uh-huh.
where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up because they had no deepness of earth.
Uh-huh.
And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away.
So this like grass growing between concrete cracks is basically what this saying. When the sun come up, it's usually gonna burn it up because it's just growing that little bit of dirt in between the concrete. That's the only depth that it's had. So you actually kick that with your foot and it'll come out of the crack, so to speak. Go ahead. What else to say?
And some fell among thorns,
Uh-huh.
and the thorns sprung up and choked them.
So that's like planting your best crops in a weed field. You know, and I'm talking about I should say wilderness type of weeds, not something else.
Right.
Okay, so it ain't. Well, go ahead. What we talking about? Go ahead.
Not medicinal weeds.
But others fell unto good ground,
What they fall on?
unto good ground, and brought forth fruit. Some in 100-fold,
Right.
some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
So let's just jump down to where he explains what it was, because he always explains his parable so we don't have to go into it and try to figure it out. Start at verse 18. I just want to get right to it because he's going to explain. Here's what I've been trying to tell y'all. See, the Bible interprets itself. That way they can never say, well, that's what them boys down there, they teach that way. No, we're going to get right to what he say it means.
Right.
And see if it matches up with the comments we just added in.
Exactly.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 18.
Yeah.
Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom, and understandeth it not.
What they do?
Understandeth it not. Then come the wicked one, and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside.
So he received it by the wayside. He just kind of listening, but he ain't going with it.
Right.
So it may be some buddying in there.
Right.
Something that just grabbed his attention for listening to it, but he ain't solid with it yet.
Sound good to
It
me.
sound good to me, but he ain't doing no research.
Right.
It just sounds good.
Right.
You know, and that's why we have a lot of itchy ear doctrine today.
Buddy.
Buddying. Go ahead. What you saying? Repeaters, just repeating what they heard. Regurgitated information. They just reading off a list. You know, go ahead. What else to say?
But he that receiveth the seed unto stony places,
Uh-huh.
the same is he that heareth the word, and Anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he have not root in himself, but dureth for a while. And when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended.
See, notice what it said. Persecution that come up about the word.
Right.
Not about your personal issue you done having, because you can't stay out of the strip club or off the boat. Not that we ain't talking about it. We're talking about the word. That tribulation come up on you, and it's about the word. You know it's about the word because the people tell you didn't have them problem till you went down and started messing with them Hebrews.
Right. They create
Every time you see, that's what that Bible do to people. People start worshiping. So the attack is on learning the Bible.
Right.
Y'all understand? And then he can't take it no more. Well, I didn't say I was gun-ho like that.
Right.
I just, Jesus, he was a good man. So, like Buddha and like, see, so you know he ain't on path. He just hearing something. It ain't sticking in. It just benefits him right now to believe it. Because I'm over here with these boys talking this noise. They got some lamb on the grill.
Right.
But I don't believe it, but my palate wants to taste it.
Right, and it's just like it says, that first sentence.
Yeah.
Yet hath he not root in himself.
In himself.
He's doubting himself.
Off the top.
Yeah, but dureth for a while. He endureth for a while. But when it start getting hot, then he gonna flip the script.
Because of the word. And notice this, that everybody that's watching these YouTube videos that's starting to doubt the word, this is what it's talking about too. Because you're looking for the quick fix.
Right.
And what that quick fix do is change your mind from the word, because like every article you'll see in the Daily Mail, archaeologists say that the biblical Genesis is the truth. And they will acknowledge that in the book of Genesis, but guess what they do right after they show you the script? Go into their own personal interpretation.
Right. I feel.
But what some say, now you quoted the Bible to get everybody's attention, and then you went left field on us to something else.
Exactly.
But they need the Bible to draw your attention.
Yeah.
Even all these debaters that don't believe in the Bible still won't debate other doctrine. It's got to be about the Bible.
Yes, sir.
When the Muslim going to debate the Egyptologists? Or the Jehovah Witness battle the Baptists?
Or the Buddhists.
Or the Buddhists. When they going to get into a battle there? Or is it about the gospel of Messiah that they must take down?
Right.
What you got over there? Who had
It's
questions?
a war against the truth.
It's a war against the
That's why I
truth.
say you must take on the whole armor of faith.
That's
Yes, sir.
Salvation, because if you didn't, you wouldn't know how to deal with this devil.
Right.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Verse 22.
Yeah.
He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful.
He become unfruitful because the devil tell you, I like your voice.
Did it?
Yeah, I like your voice, but ain't nobody buying that voice. Now, we wrote a new song for you. Shake it up high, shake it down low. Shake, shake, shake.
Ain't that old blues
Shake
song?
shake your donkey. You understand what I'm saying? So that, and then you look at that and say, and it pays this. Everybody's doing it. Once you say everybody's doing it, then Shalom, my Judas, there he is, y'all. That boy looking good, he feeling good.
And he got his
Yes,
video.
sir.
That's what's up.
Let's get it. What else to say?
Verse 23.
Yeah.
But he that receiveth seed unto the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth
And do
it,
what?
And understandeth
With
it.
all you're getting, get what? So the first person's got the word, but he didn't understand it.
Right.
That means he would never taught the laws, the two witness, precept upon precept, so it's impossible for you to understand. So you may know you Israel, but you don't know the precepts for it. Because you ain't never told why you was here. You just told who got you here is putting the heat on you, so your life begins with your punishment, but you don't know why you was punished.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Which also beareth fruit,
Uh-huh.
and bringeth forth
Uh-huh.
some 100-fold, some 60, some 30.
Okay, so let's get back to that James now, so you understand all of it come down to your endurance to take the heat from the rest of the world and say y'all must be crazy. Why ain't y'all following the ways of the world?
Right.
and do
Put
it.
that Luke chapter 8 in your references too, because in that Luke chapter 8 it goes more into detail in giving another version about the parable of the sower, where he says in the end, he that taketh it and become fruitful with it also bears patience with it.
Yes, sir.
What was that, Elijah? Luke what?
Luke chapter 8.
Yes, sir. And that's what we're talking about, y'all. It's a patient walk. You know why it's so patient? Because you accepted it when the disciple asked him, when should the end of the world be? And he told him, how long ago was that, y'all? How long?
At least 2,000.
At least 2,000 years. And we said, okay, I want to get in. Count me in. I put my hand in. Knowing that 2,000 had already passed. So they have to be extremely patient, don't they? But we know this too because the souls under the altar got impatient a little bit. How long, Lord, before thou judge them on the earth? How long? And what was given to them? White robes was given it to them. Look, you get to come to the white party, but you got to be patient. If not, you're going to get Diddy's white.
Right.
That's that dingy way.
That's that dingy white, boy. Yeah, you throw it down next to snow, it look like a pea stain on it. See, because the white the Most High talk about, it say it's whiter than any snow. It's whiter than any fuller could get them fullers like bleach. See, you may think you can go get a brand new t-shirt and you can get a high dollar t-shirt. You can get it from Macy's or one of them high dollar stores or whatever. Gretzky? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Family Dollar. It's the same Hanes.
Right.
The label just different. It's supposed to be a large, but it's a medium. But it's still white. Let it snow and throw that brand new t-shirt next to snow. And y'all see how white snow is. So that we get a clear understanding that the white we looking at is still impure compared to the white robes that you wear. Because every time we read that an angel came or something, or they had on white, it blinded you and you had to do like this from clothing. You had to do like this. You like
this. Ain't gonna get it?
Oh no, Zeb. Come on,
ain't gonna
boy,
do it.
boy.
It's white.
Boy, look here. Boy, compared to that, boy, that look like tiger stripes, if y'all know what I mean. Okay, so y'all, we just wanted to clear that up, but let's get back to that James. What verse we in?
All right, we're in the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 4.
Yeah.
And it reads, but let patience have her perfect work.
What kind of work?
Her perfect work.
So patience, perfect work means you got to wait the time out.
That's right.
You can't rush it.
Have patience.
You don't rush a good thing, do you? No. Go ahead, bro.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Wanting what?
Nothing.
Notice that it didn't say needing nothing, because the Most High give us what we need. But when you're perfect, you don't want anything. You're like, why would I want what they got and this is the end what they face?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want that, because it's going to end up like Solomon said, all is vanity.
That's right.
All I had to do was just keep the commandments and spread the gospel. That was as much as it got for me. But I started thinking that I'm missing out on something.
Right, let me add a little something.
Let me add a little something. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
But see, our patience run out, so we want to ask the Freemasons.
Right.
What's that secret knowledge to hurry up and get me there? And notice all these people that's reading the Bible tomorrow, I'm on a new thing, I'm on a higher level. That means you done lost patience. You're looking for something to rush you to what's the end you know already there. The book of Revelations and Judgment Day.
You're on a high level.
You're technically speeding yourself to that.
Yeah.
To that Judgment Day, what you trying to avoid? What you got, AZ Ben
Some
Yehuda?
non-believers say, ain't y'all tired of waiting on somebody to come out the sky?
That's what Farrakhan said.
What you got better?
Yeah, that's what we asked. What are you
What you got
offering better? Besides in Elijah Poole's mansion, sitting poolside, like Jake say, strumming that harp, playing Tchaikovsky. What else do they get, your followers get beside that? Or they sitting by poolsides playing Tchaikovsky and some of them other ones?
Stop trying to say that.
What are you rushing
Yeah. I believe I'm saying it right.
You were saying it wrong.
No.
I just didn't want to say it.
Oh, I'm talking about a Russian leader. Huh? Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
But let him ask in faith.
Let him ask in what?
In faith. Nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea driven with the wind and tossed.
See, and that's a double-minded man. That's like one breath, the devil seemed tougher than the Most High on this one. And in the next breath, I want the Messiah because this will benefit me now. I'm in trouble. Y'all understand? We get most believers when they get in trouble.
Right.
Well, the Lord say it's patience time now. Because if I give it to you right now, you just going to do it again tomorrow? I need to make sure a broken and contrite spirit, I need to make sure you really want out of this. We're going to walk this down and you're going to take your whooping. You're going to take your medicine. Take your medicine. That's right. And y'all, we don't want to take our medicine. We want a quick fix, don't we? And not only that, we want that medicine to be sweet too to the taste, don't we?
Right, but this ain't nothing new because even when Christ was walking the earth and teaching the multitude, they wanted the kingdom to be restored at that time.
At that time? At that time?
Judas fell off because of his impatience. Because he wanted the kingdom now. He was tired of being subjected to Roman rulership.
Yes, sir.
And so what you have today is a lot of Negroes tired of being subjected to Gentile rulership. Provoked to jealousy, like Deuteronomy 32 says.
Yeah.
And so we lose patience and want the kingdom now.
Yes,
but
sir.
we ain't even prepared for the kingdom.
All we do is talk about what the heathen do to us.
Yeah.
But
We don't talk about what we done done.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to look in the mirror before we even acknowledge the heathen did anything, because it's only because of our disobedience that the heathen is doing what he's doing.
Yes, sir.
If you go through the scriptures and see the prophecies, he said, because of your disobedience,
Yes, sir.
the lion has come up from the thicket. The north is raised up and is coming against you because of your disobedience.
Yeah.
If we never disobeyed, we never had to deal with this heathen on this kind of level.
Give us the king spirit, Zeb always say. Y'all, and it's continual in every walk of life, so to speak, if you lose patience. Go ahead, what else we got?
Verse 7.
Yeah.
For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Most High.
See, you can't receive nothing if you wavering.
Right.
Scared.
Lord, now I heard them down the Sears building talk about you, and they say, you know how to deliver, and I'm trying boot, and I still got them, I ain't got rid of them yet. I just want to see what you can do for me. Wait, what?
Hold up.
That's the reason why Haran died in the furnace of
Yes,
affliction.
sir. Abraham's daddy you speak of, like.
Yeah, well, his brother.
His brother, right. His brother.
Yeah, because he told, as much as Abraham was screaming on his siblings, when they was tossed in the furnace of affliction, he said, if we get out of this, then I'll worship the God.
Yeah, he
But he
did.
burnt up in that furnace.
Yeah, Abraham's
While
brother.
Abraham was still walking around with
Yeah.
Messiah in there.
You
Yeah.
sealed your own fate.
Yeah, you
No
did.
doubt.
With his lips.
No doubt.
Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
So let's understand clear double-minded. It don't mean as much as changing your mind as listening to two different doctrines.
Right.
This is what a double-minded man is. He's serving God and mammon, or God and the devil. He's drinking from two different cups. That's a double-minded man. This cup has a whole nother set of instructions, and this one has a whole nother set of instructions. And he's trying to drink the same liquor. He's trying to drink R&R. Rough and ready.
And then some gin on the other.
Or the high dollar. You're trying to mix good and evil together to work for you. Or like these people get into the Buddhist type thing, yin and yang. I got a bad side and a good side, and you accept both of it dwelling in one body. And then you say, well, sometime I'll let this side out. Well, no, it can't be that. Because you can't do that in the kingdom. Let that bad side out.
Right.
And expect for it to work. Or it ain't satisfying you, so it ain't going to satisfy the brethren that around you. Go ahead, bro.
And when they say they get it perfectly right, they've reached total chi.
Yeah.
That half evil and half good. But
they
I'm
call
not
it-
really
The
Yeah.
evil's still there though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But see, that comes back down to the tree of good and evil. It comes back to the tree of good and evil.
Exactly.
That's where it's saying, because you won't be able to sustain if you have two gods ruling your mind. Christ is not saying I'm the Father. Christ saying I'm a representative of the Father, like we representatives of the Father when we go out and preach the word. We're not the Father either, and we're not the intercessor, because we still got sins, and the intercessor, he earned that position. I mean, if we could have earned that position, we would have been the intercessor.
Right.
But we can't, because we're born of a different flesh.
I'm trying to get it right.
Corrupt can't correct corrupt.
That's it.
Let's get it.
Verse 9.
Yeah.
Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away.
Right.
For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So also shall the rich man fade away in his ways.
Yeah.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Who get the blessing?
I was finna say that again too.
Yeah.
Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
Yes, sir.
Which the Most High hath promised to them that love him.
See, he promised this only to a certain group, to them that love him.
That's right.
He say, if you love me, do what?
Keep the commandments.
So it's the only people that can love him. You have to keep his commandments. That's how he knows you love me. You can say it with your mouth,
Right.
but if you're not keeping the commandments, then you got all of Sunday doctrine teaching and all the other doctrine teaching that the law is done away with. It's impossible to love God when his commandments are gone.
Right.
See, and then when you ask him, well, what is doing good, or what is the Lord requiring us to do if the law is gone? Well, just be good. Well, how do you be good? Do good unto your neighbors. What does that constitute? Because some neighbors think good is, you let me have your woman and you can have mine. See, some may think that's good because that's a different cup. That's the cup Puffy them drinking out of, and it's spiked. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And then you got the bottle that ain't spiked. Well, you can't drink from both of them cups because you're going to put the spike over here in the good cup. Let's get some more.
They honoreth me with their mouth.
With their mouth, but their what?
Their heart is far from me. Boy. Verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of Yah. For Yah cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempteth he any man.
And this is y'all patience test, because all throughout the Bible, there seems to be evil spirits appears to be tempting God to tempt you. So, even the Lord's Prayer, deliver us from evil. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, all throughout your prayer, you're saying, I don't want you to even tempt that. Don't even bring that around. Now, the flip side of temptation on the righteous side is called trial. Abraham went through a trial. That was his temptation, to get through that trial. So, of what Satan, but guess what? That came upon what his son Isaac had said, that was brought upon Abraham. Y'all understand those trials, and what happened to Job? The devil brought that, and notice he never brought that on his spirit. Only thing the devil is bringing on is your flesh. That's it. He killed Job's flesh, bone of his bone, and flesh of his flesh. His sons and his daughters died. What happened to Job's first wife? She didn't die through that. The Lord finally took the breath from her, but he ended up getting a new wife and new children. But what came out of Job's loins, flesh of his flesh, was attacked by the devil. And that's what the Lord say. You can have what's already dying. It's dying anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't touch their soul. I own the soul. That's why when people say you sell your soul, you don't technically sell you sell your image.
Right.
And that's what they are recording. And that's what they, even if you change your life to go to something else, the image that you once portrayed, if they still own it even after death, that's what they're going to keep putting out. And you'll be like, he changed his life from that. Well, they still got paperwork on his flesh. That's not his soul. He turned from that, but they still own the image. We don't care about you cleaning yourself up. We want that dirty you soul albums. You know, and a lot of times people will change and try to go back into gospel, and then they get dragged right back into that.
That's what Al Green did.
That's what Al Green do. He battles that so much back and forth, because guess what? When this get low, and I ain't talking about boogers, that paper, it get low, and then you start to really think, can I sip in that other cup?
Right.
Can I just sip?
What did Al Green do?
Al, go ahead, bro.
Well, you know, he got in a hot grit situation, and he got a song called Bell, B-E-L-L. It will make you think about a woman, but it's actually B-A-A-L. He's really saying
it to the devil.
He's saying the devil got me. He said, I know the Lord teaches me what I'm supposed to Lord, because I wrote he's coming back.
Right.
But it's the
I
devil that he
wrote,
won't.
can't we stay together? Love and happiness.
It's the devil that he won't. He says, the Lord that I need, but it's the devil that I want.
Want. So everybody, if y'all got these smartphones, not now, but just Google Al Green's song, Bell. It'll be spelled like a woman, B-E-L-L-E, but just look at the lyrics.
Yeah.
And see
You
what
have
it
to pull up
compares
the
to his
lyrics
own.
with it after.
Yeah.
When you pull up lyrics for the song.
Lyrics for the song.
And then you'll see, because listening to him singing it,
You ain't gonna
it'll
pick
go
up.
right past you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you could watch, listen, read the words along with the song, you'll see it vividly. But I wanted to add something to that about Job. Just like we was reading in James, that the temptation don't come through just your own disobedience, but through your commitment to Elohim.
Yeah.
So just like Job, if you never read the testament of Job, you never understand why Satan even attacked him in the first place.
Right. Right.
So the scriptures is consistent about these attacks on people who are believers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Job was an Edomite who was attacked. He was a king
Yeah.
of his nationhood. He was attacked because he fully committed himself to Elohim,
That's right.
the belief and acknowledgement of Elohim. And so he did something against the worship of Satan.
Yeah.
That's what brought on the attack and the trials and tribulations of Job. Just like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because of their commitment to Elohim and their belief, trials and tribulations came because of that, because Satan didn't want them to submit to Elohim. So it's one thing to be tried and go through tribulations of Satan because of your belief. It's another to go through trials and tribulations because of your disobedience.
Of your
to
disobedience.
Elohim.
Two different things, ain't
It's
it,
two
Liza?
totally different types of consequences.
So y'all have to understand that clearly, y'all. Two different types of misunderstanding. Go ahead.
So what I was saying, what brother was saying that, he's dealing with the double-mindedness and things of that nature and his attacks and things of that nature. Make sure that you're on the right side of why you're being attacked.
Right.
And your right side has to be because of your commitment and acknowledgement to Elohim, and not because of your disobedience to Elohim.
Right, because disobedience is what's going to be the reason of your attack.
If you will, Elijah, just while you speaking on that, because it is the good, but what the most, like say he comes after your flesh, so he's going to come after our children.
Yes.
Like
What you
our
love dear or
parents-
hold dear to
right,
yourself.
like we're our parents' children, so he coming after us too, to kill your flesh. See, he can't touch the spiritual side of
Right,
nothing.
right.
But if he can make you want this to live more than this,
Yeah.
than your spirit, then he got you, because what you're doing is you're just basically a dead man walking.
Yes, sir.
You're trying to live and you know you're dying. It's like the Mike Tyson fight last night.
Right.
All of us wanted his spirit to be in that ring, but that 58 years old and
You see
30
it in his
years
body.
of being a boxer, running 5 miles a day,
You see
took
that
his
body.
toll on those knees.
Them knees didn't look right.
Yeah,
at all.
he had that old man strength left, like like say if you get them in a Walmart, they got to get close to you for you to feel that old man's strength. You know, he'd be like, come here, youngster. You'd be like, wait a minute, old man. Wait a minute. Right. But if you stay off of him, you just spin in a circle, he'll get dizzy and fall down. Stacy's flat up in the air like this. You can advertise on the bottom of his shoes, eat at Sarah's. You know what I'm saying? So, but understand why he gets at the flesh, because he know that's what we love. We love our children. Right. We love our family, but that's your flesh. So get real quick, Elisha, Jasher, chapter 22. Let's start at verse 41, and we're going to see that the sacrifice of Isaac wasn't about really Abraham. It was about what Abraham's flesh said concerning the righteousness that his daddy taught him. Right. See, when your daddy teach you something, then Satan coming after who was taught to see if they were taught with understanding. Right.
Or you gonna fold.
But real quick, Jasher chapter 22. No, hold on. Yeah, Jasher chapter 22, and we're gonna start about verse 41. And this tells you too that Isaac wasn't no child like some of these naysayers that try to catch you when you don't have understanding of the Bible. Like, will God make you sacrifice a baby? So they're calling this individual a baby, but we finna get to some age limits right now so that they don't trick you up and make you believe. Ain't that something to doubt that the Most High would kill a child, an innocent child? Y'all understand what I'm saying? And they say he's a baby killer. Based off of that saying he was going to put Isaac to death, like Isaac was a toddler, like Isaac sitting like there, like baby girl sitting right there. Mm-hmm. You know, scratching her elbow right there. Like, and then look, she would carry her own wood to the sacrifice. Can y'all picture her with a bundle of wood on her back and they walking 30 furlongs? It ain't happening, y'all, but that's what the devil like to do when you ain't up to par. Go ahead, what it say?
And when Isaac was 37 years old.
Y'all, we're in the book of Jasher, chapter 22, verse 41. How old was Isaac?
37.
Yeah.
Ishmael, his brother, was going about with him in the tent.
They just discussing, because Ishmael truly saying, I'm firstborn, but from the Hamite woman, the Egyptian Hagar. And Isaac was saying, well, you know, I got the promise, though. Go ahead.
And Ishmael boasted of himself to Isaac, saying, I was 13 years old when the Most High spake to my father to circumcise us.
So let's get it straight. Ishmael is a Hebrew Ishmaelite. So they're Hebrew, the Arabs. Y'all understand that? But they're not the blessed seed. They're still Abraham's descendant. Ain't that Abraham's first son? Yeah. Go ahead. What else it say?
I was 13 years old when the Most High spake to my father to circumcise us.
Yeah.
And I did according to the word that the Most High which he spoke to my father. And I gave my soul unto the Most High. And I did not transgress his word which he commanded my father.
See, so y'all see how the son took what the father did? Ezekiel 18, and he said, I did right. I followed circumcision. I did it because my father taught me that it brings me into the covenant with Yahweh. Right. Go ahead.
And Isaac answered Ishmael, saying, why dost thou boast to me about this? About a little bit of thy flesh.
About a little bit of what?
Thy flesh.
He said, you sitting here hooting and hollering about getting that little bit of tip cut off. You done went from the blunt look to a fire chief captain hat. And you talking north. I have to say that because we got children in there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But you go from that look and you boasting, and then who you going to show it to, though? Because you can't show it. You just can't walk around with it out.
Look what I got.
Yeah, look what I got. Yeah, go ahead.
And Isaac answered Ishmael, saying, why dost thou boast to me about this? About a little bit of thy flesh which thou didst take from thy body, concerning which the Most High commanded thee. As the Most High liveth, the Elohim of my father Abraham.
You see how the children put their father back in, what we were taught?
Acknowledgement.
Go ahead.
If the Most High should say unto my father, take now thy son Isaac, and bring him up an offering before me, I would not refrain, but I would joyfully accede to it.
So you see Isaac's challenge to Ishmael. He like, look, you talking about that little bit, that's on your flesh. You ain't gonna die from that. As long as you got the right people cutting, you know, you ain't gonna die from that. But I tell you what, do this. Let's put our souls on the line.
I'll lay it down.
I'll lay it down. You talking about that little piece where can't nobody even see that but your wife
Right.
or the doctor. Them the only two people supposed to see it.
Right.
And you bragging about that. I tell you what, let's put our souls on the line here. What else to say, like?
And the Most High heard the word that Isaac spoke to Ishmael.
Uh-huh.
And it seemed good in the sight of the Most High. And he thought to try Abraham in this matter.
See, he thought to try Abraham in this matter. Your son talking this, so I'm going to try your daddy. Since you say you got it from your daddy, I'm going to see if you really got this from your daddy. Y'all understand?
I'm testing 2 for 1.
I'm testing 2 for 1, so to speak. I'm going to put it through a trial because you did get that from your father. By the way you saying it, you putting your soul on the line for this. You understand flesh is going to die.
Right.
Go ahead. See, Job understood that.
Right.
Richest man in the east, but he said, naked I came. Why he say leave?
Naked I should leave.
But I know in the latter day I'm going to see my Redeemer in this
these
body.
eyes, with these eyes.
With these eyes. Go ahead.
And the Most High said unto Satan, 46. And the day arrived when the sons of Elohim came and placed themselves before the Most High. And Satan also came with the sons of Elohim before the Most High. And the Most High said unto Satan, Whence cometh thou? And Satan answered the Most High and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. The Most High said unto Satan, What is thy word to me concerning all the children of the earth? And Satan answered the Most High and said, I have seen all the children of the earth who serve thee and remember thee when they require anything from thee. And when thou givest them the thing which they require from thee, they sit at their ease.
What they do?
Sit at their ease.
Uh-huh.
And forsake thee, and they remember thee no more.
So he ain't telling a lie here.
But that's what Israel.
That's what Ezekiel 16. Every time y'all get comfortable, y'all forget about me. And that's what we'll do, y'all. The Lord bless us right now with everything that you need, so to speak, because your wants are just, but I'm just saying what you need and bring you out into that comfort zone. A week will pass where we forget about it.
Yeah.
Won't even say a prayer.
Won't even
look.
thank him.
Won't thank him, won't say a prayer until all of it's gone.
Until all of it's gone. Let's get some more.
Verse 49. And when thou givest them, 50.
Yeah.
Hast thou seen Abraham the son of Terah, who at first had no children, and he served thee, and erected altars to thee, wherever he came, and he brought up offerings upon them, and he proclaimed thy name continually to all the children of the earth. And now that his son Isaac is born to him, he has forsaken thee. He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land. And the Most High he has forgotten.
So when y'all get into the book of Genesis, what he talking about is the weaning of Isaac. Right. When Isaac got off the breast milk, so to speak, he invited everybody. But Satan is now trying to tempt the Lord. He don't love you. He didn't invite you to the weaning of Isaac. Right. And the Lord just looking at him there. Satan got to be crazy. But this is what a level he go. He start challenging God now. He don't love you. He didn't invite you to that fleshly kingdom.
Right.
See, but look, notice what Satan said. He said, when he was old, then you gave him a child. Now he sent back, he don't need you no more because he got what he want. But look, he skipped all of the part about the belief. And Abraham's 99 years old when he had his child, you know. Right. So Satan ain't add none of that part that he done missed all what we call his golden years, his youth, to have children. I mean, right now, Jeremiah, OG, you have a child right now, and they got an event at school. When you get there, are they going to think you his father? I mean, in the first grade. They may, unless you, Robert De Niro. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Use an example. Look at Judas right there.
Yeah.
When you see his son.
Yeah.
You see me, you see my father.
Right.
Me and my father. That boy look just like your dad.
Absolutely.
So that's all of us that's got sons. Who they look like?
Yeah, but I'm just saying at your age, and he in kindergarten right now. I mean, the world won't see you as the father. You know, they won't see it as a blessing.
Think you pawpaw.
Yeah, think you pawpaw. You know, you taking over for something. Like how they did when we grew up in Mississippi. If a girl had a baby early, they would send the girl away, and then the parents raised the child or whatever, and that child was always called their sister instead of that's their real mother. you know, because it was too young. Well, in like manner, the old, but like you say, they will be the split image, you know. Go ahead.
Verse
51.
51. And now that his son Isaac is born to him, he has forsaken thee.
What has he done?
Forsaken thee.
Uh-huh.
He has made a great feast for all the inhabitants of the land, and the Most High he has forgotten. For amidst all that he has done, he has brought thee no offering.
Right.
Neither burnt offering, nor peace offering, neither ox, lamb, nor goat of all that he killed on the day that his son was weaned. Even from the time of his son's birth till now, being 37 years, he built no altar before thee.
So Satan is acknowledging how old Isaac is at this time.
Right.
Go ahead.
Nor brought any offering to thee, for he saw that thou didst give what he requested before thee, and he therefore forsook thee. The Most High said to Satan, hast thou thus considered my servant Abraham? For there is none like him upon earth, a perfect and upright man before me, one that feareth Elohim and avoideth evil.
Yeah.
As I live, were I to say unto him, bring up Isaac thy son before me, he would not withhold him from me. Much more, if I told him to bring up a burnt offering before me from his flock or herds. And Satan answered the Most High and said, speak then now unto Abraham, as thou hast said, and thou wilt see whether he will not this day transgress and cast aside thy word.
Now, you know, he knows the Most High know the truth, so his mission is now to get Abraham to sin after he made that statement. You know what I'm saying? He's putting obstacles in his way now. Right. And when you get into the book of Jasher, you'll see that Satan was transforming himself. And what he did is he caused Sarah to have a heart attack. Once he couldn't get Abraham, he went back to her as an old man. He's like, yeah, I heard Abraham got Isaac. She said, yeah, they're going to sacrifice the Lord. He said, no, he's going to kill your son. A mother that's 80 years old, that's her only child. Y'all know how a mother is with her only child. That's why Ishmael had to leave, because Sarah saw Ishmael giving Isaac noogies, what they call, like, you know, noogies. Eddie Haskell in them, putting that beaver work on it,
and pretending,
with an arrow, pointing the arrow at him like this. She said, he got to go. So she loved that baby so much, she had a heart attack before they got back from the sacrifice. But is this wrong of the Lord? No, because the angel told her, you laughing now. And we said you're going to have a baby, but you're going to cry later. See, even though it was 37 years later, that announcement for not trusting in the Most High, it wasn't Abraham, it was her, because she didn't really believe her cycle could reverse, because she went and got Hagar. Right. You could have the baby on me. Right, sit her on my lap, and that's what happened. She sit Hagar on her lap while she's finna have the baby, so it's like Sarah's technically having it by a surrogate. You understand? That's what the police sit her on my knee, and she's holding. So the baby basically come through both of them, so to speak, and it's like her surrogate child. Right. But then when you get into the book of Jasher, you'll see then that she told Abraham, "Why you do that?" He say, "Woman, I told you no 3 times that I didn't want Hagar." She said, "But yeah, you know my yeah mean no." You know damn well I didn't mean yeah. I thought you were going to turn her down 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. If I said it, no, woman, I don't want Hagar.
Don't believe what I tell you.
Right. So she actually blames Abraham for saying yeah after she kept goading him on 3 times to take her, but that was all due to her unbelief. So she had to pay for it at the end. Shalom, Nat Turner. Boy, you all for dapper there. Where you going? Boy, got on this going out shirt. What's up?
Hair all
trimmed, trimmed up. Yes, sir.
Waves.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, y'all. Where we at?
Back in the book of James.
I hope that answers some understanding of when the devil gonna come. It's about what your parents taught you. If a young man turn from the ways of his parents, that is Ezekiel 18, he gonna be blessed. But other than that, Satan coming after the flesh, and that means your children. But he won't come after their soul, just their flesh behavior, and he's trying to get them to their flesh. And if we accept it, like we talk about Dusty Red, her father is accepting that flesh. You can believe, though, he didn't teach her that when she was coming up.
No, but
If we go back, I guarantee you there ain't no pictures of her twerking in front of him and he throwing up dollars like this while she 5 or 6 years old. So it came later that the child is now got the father drinking from the cup.
right.
Because they want that paper.
Yeah, that mammon, the love for mammon. Yeah. They serve, but they drink from a whole different cup.
Fathers, don't prostitute your daughters.
Right.
Y'all understand what? And that comes in a bunch of different ways.
Yes,
You
sir.
sign that contract and you know that's when they finna do. They finna use her like a rented mule. A rented mule. That ain't a new one. That's one that everybody else has been taken back to.
And that's how
Right.
Barber too. Yeah. Ride it.
it ain't nothing new. All these children that became celebrities, their parents sacrificed them to that.
I couldn't.
Helped them out. They prostituted
No
them.
love.
Usher
Yeah,
parents.
same way. Same way. It's a prostitution, y'all. See, Joe Jackson tried to hang on as long as he can, and he did until they got grown. Then they start making decisions.
Right.
Let's get it.
Back in the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Oh, we really got to get caught up, don't we?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
So this is how temptation comes. It's your lust.
Right.
It ain't mine. It ain't his. It ain't hers. It's yours. And you're drawn away. But guess what Satan finds that out at? Listening to the conversation. He heard that conversation between Isaac and Ishmael. He's just sitting around, or he got what's called familiar spirits, demons that report back. Oh, they talking some good noise now. Let me have at him. Let me have at him tonight. No. We're going to let him talk some more good game and how much he loved the Lord and what he going to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So Satan's always listening, but it's your lust. It's what you personally desire. Y'all, and there's nothing different from these scripts. Every show they going to make about the devil never ever say, you better take it. You better take it. You better do it. You better do it. No, he asks you, but what do you really want? See, and what you want to really do is see that blessing that the Lord got for us while I'm still alive. He knows you want to see that. Well, if I can't see that right now, give me something equal to that I can see. And you know what that is? Some think Isaiah 4 mean they could have 7 wives. So they want to see that now. The devil said, I know what you're longing for, that Isaiah 4, ain't you? But
You get a whole bunch of Isaiah
right.
3s.
But right, Elijah, right, because what they're lusting for is in the day of the Lord, and you have to wait anyway. See, notice that Isaiah 4 start off, in the day of the Lord, it shall be beautiful and glorious. In that day, 7 women shall say these things, but that's in the day of the Lord. But what Satan trick you to do is, that's going to be in your supernatural. Don't you want to do that in your flesh now? You ain't got to wait on that. Do that now. And they get Isaiah 3 just like Elijah saying. 7 of them, Isaiah 3s. Because you're trying to force Isaiah 4 into the picture right now.
Trying to put a square into a triangle.
That's what we're talking about. Let's get some more. Or like trying to make these kingdoms the kingdoms of the Most High.
Right.
You over in Israel in that Dimona dump, which is an army training base, but yet you're going to fool yourself. Well, at least I'm in the land, but you're not in the kingdom.
Right.
You still waiting, ain't they? Ain't they still waiting?
Yeah.
Let's get some more.
Verse 15.
Yeah.
Then when lust hath conceived.
What does conception mean?
Yeah.
No. To make pregnant. See, when lust has made it pregnant, and what I mean by this, you go through with the thought, and you see the product up here. You see yourself all the way there. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It's like you see a beautiful woman in line, and instead of you thinking, I would like to see who her parents are if I know they people, my people know them. And I'm single, and apparently she's single.
Yeah, right.
I want to ask her for her hand in marriage. Or is them tight jeans giving you another direction. Even though she say, I'll have that swine burger and the shrimps on the side, and you still looking at that flesh though.
Is there any more room?
And you still say, yeah, what you saying, boy? Is there any room in them jeans? Yeah, see, y'all understand? So that's what the devil is thinking. Yeah, you sitting here thinking this, but you done already got past the honeymoon. Or have you got to the meeting of the parents, which going to take time and patience, or you already where they say don't leave the lights on for me?
Turn off the light.
Like, but look here, you already there in the line. The guy have to wake you up. Hey, sir, you're next, huh? Oh, okay, yeah, give me that shrimp burger too. Oh, no, I'm an Israelite. Oh
yeah, now you missed it.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Verse 15.
And vice versa, a woman in the same sense, y'all know if will he say, I'm gonna hurt when he say the words, the man that findeth the wife findeth I hope I'm the good thing. Or is she thinking, I'm gonna be the thing that sets him straight, like we're gonna get into the book of Josephus. Go ahead.
Verse 15 from the top. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
And this is what we're talking about when a young man have a wet dream. Lust hath conceived. I want you to understand supernaturally, because you couldn't do that woke. Can anybody in here?
Let me see.
Yeah. Right. Well, look, he just wanted to see if they could be standing there. Right. If it, look, they ain't got to do nothing. They just look.
I don't want to know about it.
Look. What he really saying is, y'all, look.
Don't try to defend
Listen what I'm saying. Because there ain't no movement in your sleep. So what are we really going to see but him with his eyes closed like this? See, look.
I don't even want to see y'all eyes closed. I want to see everybody's eyes wide open.
But look, y'all understand what I'm saying, though. Listen to what I'm saying. If there's somebody laying next to him, they don't see what's going on because he ain't squirming.
See, y'all didn't even see it happen.
Right. See, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Deuteronomy 23:10, the man that chances in the night.
You up for him.
No, I'm not, Lisa. What I'm saying, though, when we say that, you couldn't do that while you were awake, and that means like this, just sit like this, and all of a sudden, you just tell everybody, okay, I'm wet now. Right. You know, I mean, and we ain't seen nothing. We like, you lying, you was wet before you came down here. Look, y'all, I'm just trying to get y'all in the understanding that the supernatural has power over the flesh, not flesh over the supernatural. So what I'm saying, when you're in your flesh, you couldn't do it. But in your supernatural, you can. You still can't do it to somebody else that it don't belong to you. Even though there's no movement and won't nobody ever know, you get up and run and change, you know, like how when you used to piss in the bed and throw the sheets, hurry up, get them in the dirty clothes and change the sheets before everybody wake up, you know. But the mattress still soaking. You know, sure can't. So y'all understand what I'm saying. But awake, you couldn't do the supernatural things, and that's all we're saying. It's not saying we want anybody to try to do it. We just throw that out there. Go ahead. Because y'all gonna be looking for him to see what he do. We don't know what they doing in their dream because they laying flat like this. Because believe me, if his woman saw him smiling in his dreams like that, he gonna get woke up. Who you dreaming about? Blinking like somebody that threw dust in his eye. What the hell?
We was finally getting along.
Yeah. But no, they like, well, put me in there then, let me see. Let's get it, y'all.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
Do not err, my beloved brethren.
Yeah.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning.
Right.
Of his own will begot us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his of his creatures. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Now that verse 18, that previous verse say a kind of first fruit. So they got mankind, we got kind after this cattle, we got kind after that kind. This is a different kind of people. This is the kind of people that Adam was before they sinned. That's the kind we have to get back to. That's the mankind we have to get back to. We're in devil kind right now. Y'all understand what I'm saying? It dies. Let's get some more.
Verse 20.
Yeah.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness.
Superfluity of naughtiness. That's going crazy with your naughtiness. You had a puffy party. And y'all in the house. Go ahead.
And receive with meekness an engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own self.
You can talk a good game about the word all the time, but if you deceiving yourself.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was.
Y'all see that? Looked in the mirror, looked at himself. Be with me today, God, and get in the car. Woo-hoo, look at that. Forgot what manner of man he was that quick. That quick. Just was straightening his collar and saying, Lord, be with me in my travels today. And before he get down the block, he got the ahoogas. You know that cartoon where them eyes used to pop up? Ahooga! And they go back in his head. That quick.
That quick.
Go ahead.
Verse 25.
Yeah.
But whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer.
What kind of hearer?
A forgetful hearer. But a doer of the work. This man shall be blessed in his deed.
See, because you're looking to the law of liberty, meaning that some sins come upon us while we're in captivity. You can't compare captivity issues that you're having with being at home issues. They're two different things. One get you thrown out, the other one get you punished. One to get to eat the sour grapes and your teeth on edge. He get to miss it. But that proverb will never be able to be said in Israel again when you come home. Everybody going to be accountable for their own behavior. Go ahead.
Verse 26.
Yeah.
If any man among you seem to be religious, and bridleth not his tongue, but deceiveth his own heart, this man's religion is vain.
What is it?
It is vain.
It's worthless.
That's right.
Good for nothing.
Pure religion.
What kind of religion?
Pure religion and undefiled before Yah and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
If your doctrine teaches that, then you on the right path.
Right.
But if your doctrine teaches you that you could do anything and keep you on that fornication list, you on the wrong doctrine. You ain't got pure religion. And notice that, y'all, when they say Joseph is the daddy, they don't have what we're saying pure religion, because their Messiah that they trust in to forgive their sins still have to ask forgiveness for his first. Is there anywhere Christ ever said, Father, forgive me, I have sinned?
No.
See, so you can't have pure religion if you believe Joseph the father, because Joseph had to go to his own stepson, so to speak, and tell him, forgive me, forgive me. Tell the father, I didn't mean to think that about Mary. But I just didn't know. I was gone and I came home and she was pregnant. Tell the father, I didn't mean that what I said. And the Messiah said, I know what you meant, because you still here. Let's get some more. We finished that.
Yeah, that was it.
Y'all, for time's sake, we're just going to read the first two verses of Sirach, because I want to get into this Josephus. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. Elijah, that other one is Sirach 15, right?
Sirach 15, verse 11 through 20.
Yeah, so we just going to get right here, because, y'all, the temptations are our own temptations, y'all. Sometimes we have our own thought process, like, I did this for God yesterday. I turned all them people on. He ain't blessed me yet.
Looking for.
Y'all, sometimes that's why people end up getting out of it. They looking for the reward too soon.
You doing it for the wrong reason.
You doing it for the exact wrong reason. How about let's do it for you turn a sinner from his ways and hide a multitude of your sins.
That's right.
How about that? How about that gift?
You don't want that gift.
That's the gift.
How about that? How about that? I'm off the list gift.
Right.
That felony list gift. That's why I do it, to get me off that list. Because as long as I tell them not to do it, I can't do it.
That's right.
So both of us off that felony list now.
That's right.
Let's get some more. Sirach 2, 1 through 6. Y'all read the rest of it in your own time.
The book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus.
Go down now, okay.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha.
Yes, sir.
Chapter 2. We're going to start the reading in verse 1.
Go down to 10 for the brother that had that question about.
It's talking about patience all the way down in 13.
Yeah,
14.
the rest of it, it's going to get into it.
Yeah, we need to read that whole.
Yeah, we just can't right now, y'all. We're going to have part 3. We've been trying to get Josephus for 2 classes. See, see, and that's what I was trying to tell y'all. See, when these brothers get long-winded, ain't no stopping them.
I knew all that was coming.
Go ahead,
I
John.
knew all that.
Go ahead, bro.
Book of Sirach.
Yeah.
Chapter 2.
We just love feasting, brother.
I know what it is, Elijah. Go back again and get some more.
Ecclesiasticus.
And you're in the book of Sirach in chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
Yeah.
We going to verse 1 or what?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. You there, sis? You good? Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yeah.
My son, if thou come to serve the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare thy flesh.
Prepare thy soul.
Y'all see the difference in what we're talking about? You can't prepare your flesh because Satan will have the mastery of you. It's already dying. You have to get your soul to the point that it don't die, because that'll be eternal death. That means it don't stop.
And how do you prepare your flesh for temptation?
Oh, boy.
Take a shower. And
You
put
know
on
what
some
you
good
do.
cologne?
Good cologne, the whole 9. The whole 9. You know how you do it.
7 days.
Boy, look here, looking in the mirror.
I'm gonna be ready for this temptation.
Yeah.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Soaking Epsom salt for 7 days.
Uh-oh, boy. I ain't heard of that one, but we'll come back to it later. Go ahead.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
See that endure again, like James said, that's the key word. You got to get through the trial that you have, because if Satan is trying you and you in the word, somebody else is going through the exact same thing you did, or already there's another record to help you through the walk. You just have to find the record. But you know what we want? We want to be the only one going through it.
Right.
Like my temptation is special. Go ahead.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Uh-huh.
Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
See, at the last end is where it counts. A righteous man, if he do righteous his whole life and turn to wickedness at the end, what ain't going to be remembered?
All his sins.
Now, if a wicked man be wicked his whole life, but at the end do what? What ain't going to be remembered?
All his sins.
That's why the end game is what it is. That's why when we talk to people other doctrines, what's y'all end game? Is it judgment day? If there's no judgment day in those philosophy end game, get out of it, because there ain't no punishment. All you have to ask them, well, if I don't do right by the book you saying, what happens to me? Will you just die and you'll disappear?
Disappeared.
Like Jehovah's Witnesses teach. There ain't no after punishment. You do good now, and then when you die, you just evaporate. There's no more you. Well, what about the wicked? They evaporate too. Yeah, so what is the advantage of doing good then?
Right.
Why don't I just be wicked and get what they getting? Our end is the same.
Right.
Because there's no judgment day in their doctrine. Anybody talking this strange doctrine, anybody bring you any YouTube document, just ask them, what is the end game if I don't do accordingly right? So on, baby. Look like you're ready to walk or want to sit up here at the table. So do y'all some, look, trying to show y'all what innocence is.
Yeah, he say, I'm going to be at that table.
Yes, sir. Them other 3 boys, long-winded, slowing Daniel down. I'm going to replace one of them. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Y'all, can we do that? Take upon you cheerfully when it's happening. If you know it's about you serving the Lord. You can take that cheerfully. But you can't take it cheerfully when you done wrong and you want the Lord to show up now. See, that's what we want. We want him to show up after we done wrong and correct our wrong right away. He's like, no, you're going to do wrong 2 seconds later. Because you think you got the fix right now.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Yes, sir.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Most High, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear the Most High, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Most High, hope for good, and for everlasting joy in mercy.
And see, read that verse 10. See, because this is what it wants you to examine, to verify what it's saying is true. Read that verse 10.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Most High and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken?
See, that's what we need the naysayers to show us that happened.
Right.
The Lord left them abandoned.
Right.
Show us that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
See, that's what we got to understand that at, and you search the Bible and see that ever happened to anybody that trusted in the Most High.
Right.
No, it only happened to those that want the quick fix. They at buddy parties. They want the kingdom now. They want what the kingdom offers in righteousness, but you want it in this bad flesh.
Yeah.
It don't work, y'all. It just don't work. It's just like musty underarms and you got on a new shirt. It's not going to work in a crowd of people. You're going to be dancing like this. Yeah, with the cologne. You just dancing like this. When they holler, throw your hands in the air, you just going to be like this.
They like, yep,
He's not sure. He ain't sure, huh?
Yeah, he ain't sure. You just throw your hand right guard and went left. You know what I'm saying?
they say, throw your hand in the air.
Yeah, wave him like you don't care. You better not.
He say he just don't care.
Boy, look, he don't care at that point.
Y'all crazy. What's the day you doing this, right?
Yeah. Throw your hands in the air, boy. But I ain't gonna let them arms go like this, boy. Y'all understand?
Yes.
Because when he walked in there, that leather jacket he had on had a sweat stain on it. He can't do it.
You don't need to be in public.
Get the what? Get the funk out my face. Yes, sir. Let's get it. F-U-N-K, he said. Go ahead. Let's get to this Josephus, y'all. We're going to go to this. I tell you what, Numbers 24, so because it's in the Bible. But Josephus is going to explain it.
Well, he don't need to be at the party.
No, he don't need to be. And y'all know, ain't nothing worse than just sneaking a smell. You know, y'all, is that the Ark of the Covenant? No, I must have been mistaken.
No, you just been stinking.
Yeah. Sneaking smells, you know. Look over there.
If
It ain't me.
Smell, you done took too
Boy,
long.
look here.
Number
You need to go
24.
take
Yes, sir.
Go wash.
Go watch.
Y'all, we only laughing because it's the truth.
Right, we all done
It
ran
is, I'm
into a
telling
dude
you.
like that at the party.
Boy, look here.
There's always one at the party like that.
Yes, sir. Maybe even be a gale up in there
I'm
like
telling you,
that.
it's been like all whatever.
Y'all know that one comedian, Miss Pat. She say when they was younger, they parents, they were so poor, their mother bought one thing of that Tussie, is that how it was called, that deodorant?
Yeah, I used to
And it say it wasn't enough for everybody in the house, so you could only put it under one arm. So that was the arm she raised in class, but this one stayed down, you know. The whole time, she just working at one arm. But this one didn't get no work, Elijah. Go ahead, bro.
No.
You know, have us trying all that stuff, putting baking soda, there won't be no smell. Guess what's going to be there? A rash. Because raw baking soda itch. Now you're going to be looking for some Desinex to put up under that arm. Look here, baby, I know you chafed about the butt, but I need a little bit of that Desinex up under here. Go ahead, bro. We're in Numbers, chapter 24.
Now the baby got to suffer.
Yeah, the baby got to suffer. Go ahead, bro.
Numbers chapter 24, verse 1.
Yeah.
And when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel,
What did he see?
that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel,
Red.
he went not, as at other times, to seek for enchantments, but he set his face toward the wilderness.
So now Balaam, this is the same Balaam that was in Egypt that was working with Dathan and Korah and them to get Moses. Shalom, family, y'all. We just had a brief interruption, y'all. I guess they thought we watching the Mike Tyson fight again. They buffering on us around here. Gigawatt Jim didn't want us to get into these next things, so jiggling wires took place, but we straight. Go ahead, y'all. We're in the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 1.
No, we on 2.
We're on verse 2. Go
We
ahead.
slide with 1.
Okay.
I'm going to read verse 2 again.
Yeah.
And Balaam lifted up his eyes,
Yeah.
and he saw Israel abiding in his tents, according to their tribes.
Right.
And the spirit of Yahweh came upon him.
Y'all, and this is what we're talking about, defending the word, or others will say the Lord is allowing evil to work. Y'all got to be ready for this, because those that's doing crystal worship, those that doing other worships, all type of dice worship, you know what I'm saying, Elijah? They'll use this and say, well, God let him do it, but we're going to see what did the Most High order him to do. Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he has said, which heard of the words of Yahweh, which saw the visions of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open.
See, and that's what the only thing I was trying to explain, Elijah, earlier.
We going back
About that. See, he's in a trance, but his eyes wide open. you understand what I'm saying, Elijah? You say, okay. Go ahead.
How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacle, O Israel.
So what the Most High did first is gave him a vision of, because he already know what Balak want. I want you to curse Israel. But what he want to do to Balaam first, so that he can verify if he going to cross over to the right side with his prophecy, or he going to go to the dark side. He's going to show him why Israel can't be cursed. He needs to see it first so that he can explain it to Balak. Y'all understand what I'm saying? He can't just give his own advice. Then that's like going to Miss Rudolph. You know, she say, I see a fat boy in your life, and he gonna cause you some problems. Well, who is the fat boy? I don't know. Well, you know I'm a dope dealer. It's gonna be fat boys around me. We can't do nothing else but go to the buffet. Ain't nothing else for us to do. We can't spend money on nothing else but eating and drinking. All them boys' guts hang over. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's what they do. So she's already picked that out. It's going to be a fat boy around. You got to ask her, tell me his name, though. They don't know the name. You start filling it in for them. Fat Bill. I don't see a B. Fat Johnny. I don't see a J. Fat Rufus. It could be. I'm seeing an R. But you're helping them. You don't have, the Most High don't need your help. When he's breaking down the prophecy, he tell you what's going to happen. But this is Balaam seeing the blessing we got. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Yeah.
As the valleys are, they spread forth, as gardens by the riverside, as the trees of lying aloes, which the Lord has planted, and as cedar trees beside the water. He shall pour the water out of his bucket, and his seed shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. Yahweh brought him forth out from Egypt, out of Egypt. He has as it were the strength of a unicorn. He shall eat up the nations his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. He crouched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion. Who shall stir him up? Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and cursed is he that curseth thee.
So that was in Genesis 23, what he told Abraham about the promised people. Y'all, we could fix a lot of things if we keep quitting want revenge and just say, Lord, put the curse on them for the Abrahamic curse on them for that police doing what he doing unrighteously. But we don't use that. You know what we want? We want our vengeance.
Right.
We want to see them go to jail. What happens if they die day one in jail? Are we satisfied with that? Let's get some more. No, we wouldn't be.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
And Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam. And he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times.
Y'all read the rest of that as we get on, but Balak had to snap him out. Wait a minute, wake up, man. You I'm not asking about their blessing. I'm not talking about who they are as a people. I need you to curse them because they too many around here. They're gonna take me over. Y'all understand? So he was telling them, but the only thing I know about it from the Lord is telling me I got to tell you how they blessed. They can't be cursed. Not through this way. But there's a way to get them. And it won't be my doing. It won't be your doing, so to speak. And it'll be they doing because it'll be James. The lust of their own temptation, so to speak, what James say. That's how you can get them. See, that's already recorded in the word. And look, player, me and your hands is clean. It'll be on them. And see, they can't curse us back for what they lusting for in their own hearts. Can they? Well, you the prophet, I don't know, but I'm asking you, can they? Or we wasting our time? It sounds good enough to me. But now let's get in this Josephus.
You heard the whole conversation.
Yeah, I heard it, like, yeah, sir. See, when you get down to that verse thing, he told Balak, if you would give me his house full of silver and gold, he said, I cannot curse him. Y'all got Josephus up? Who got it? You got the book, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Or you got it up too, by?
Yes, sir.
Y'all, we're going to Josephus.
Which chapter?
The Antiquity of the Jews. Book 4, chapter 6. 1 through 6, y'all, is outstanding, but 6 is right where we getting into this same subject matter.
Book 4, verse what?
Chapter 6, here you go.
Chapter 6.
Yeah, that's it right there. There you go, like. Bigger words for you.
Them ain't big.
Yeah, he got on glasses. Y'all can't see them, boy. You need some Mr. Magoo's, don't you? You got it up 2 by?
Yes, sir.
You say chapter 6?
No, book 4, chapter 6, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so everybody there online, is everybody catching up to speed? How we looking around here? Everybody got their smartphones on it? Let's get it, y'all, because we getting into a crucial time here. Book 4, chapter 6. Antiquity of the Jews. Y'all got Josephus. This Josephus, y'all got to have this book. It ain't in the Bible.
Okay, chapter 6. All right, concerning Balaam the prophet.
Yes, sir. That's what we say. See how the title starts off. Read that. What you say that say, Elijah, concerning who?
Balaam the prophet.
See, y'all, now notice how we on the same subject matter. We getting our witnesses lined up that's going to paint the same subject matter. It ain't going to change. We ain't going to go from Balaam and then go to another wicked individual on a whole different society. We got to get clear, completely clear on what Balaam's purpose was. Go ahead.
All right, book 4, chapter 6 of Josephus.
Yes, sir.
Now Moses, when he had brought his army to Jordan, pitched his camp in the great plain over against Jericho. This city is a very happy situation and very fit for producing palm trees and balsam. And now the Israelites began to be very proud of themselves.
What were they?
Proud of themselves. And were very eager for fighting.
So we got the land back. Now we want to fight, y'all. But guess who delivered us? The Most High delivered us. But yet we done got comfortable and think we done did the scrapping license. Proud of ourselves. We'll whoop anybody.
Right.
Go ahead.
Moses then, after he had offered for a few days sacrifices of thanksgiving to Elohim and feasted the people, sent a party of armed men to lay waste the country of the Midianites and to take their cities. Now the occasion which he took for making war upon them was this that followed.
So you can't start no war unless you got a reason for war. And we're going to see why Moses set the war up. And it's from an old rival, so to speak. Go ahead.
When Balak, the king of the Moabites, who had from his ancestors a friendship and league with the Midianites, saw how greatly the Israelites were grown, he was much affrighted on account of his own and his kingdom's danger. For he was not acquainted with this, that the Hebrews would not meddle with any other country, but were to be contented with the possessions of the land of Canaan. Yahweh having forbidden them to go any further, so he, with more haste than wisdom, resolved to make an attempt upon them by words. But he did not judge it prudent to fight against them, after they had such prosperous successes, and even became out of ill successes more happy than before.
Came out of Egypt, the wilderness. Go ahead.
But he thought to hinder them, if he could, from growing greater. And so he resolved to send ambassadors to the Midianites about them. Now these Midianites, knowing there was one Balaam who lived by Euphrates, and was the greatest of prophets at that time.
So Balaam was top dog of the prophets around that time. Just prophets for hire, so to speak. Go ahead.
And one that was in friendship with them sent some of their honorable princes along with the ambassadors of Balak to entreat the prophet to come to them, that he might imprecate curses to the destruction of the Israelites.
That he may do what?
Imprecate curses to the destruction of the Israelites.
So that's the reason he sent for Balaam, the known prophet in the world. I hear you can do anything. I got a big challenge for you, and it's going to set you straight. And any other prophet you know and all your children. Open that door, number 2, and let them see what's in there. When they snatch that door open, it's gold and silver. But to get this, I need you to do something for me. Go ahead, Elisha.
So Balaam received Balaam. They said Balsam.
Yeah, it probably was a misprint. Go ahead.
Received the ambassadors, and treated them very kindly. And when he had supped, he inquired, what was Yahweh's will? And what this matter was, for which the Midianites entreated him to come to them. But when Elohim opposed his going, he came to the ambassadors and told them that he was himself very willing and desirous to comply with their request, but informed them that Elohim was opposite to his intention. Even that Elohim, who had raised him to great reputation on account of the truth of his prediction, for that his army which they entreated him to come to curse was in the favor of Elohim. On which account he advised them to go home again and not to persist in their enmity against the Israelites. And when he had given them that answer, he dismissed the ambassador.
They hated that. He told them, no, y'all asking something. Y'all want an awful lot for $2. Go ahead.
Now the Midianites, at the earnest instances and fervent entreaties of Balak, sent other ambassadors to Balaam, who, desiring to gratify the men, inquired again of Elohim. But he was displeased at this second trial, and bid him by no means to contradict the ambassadors. Now Balaam did not imagine that Yahweh gave this injunction in order to deceive him. So he went along with the ambassadors.
Right.
But when the divine angel met him in the way, when he was in the narrow passage and hedged in with a wall on both sides, the ass on which Balaam rode understood that it was a divine spirit that met him, and thrust Balaam to one of the wall, without regard to the stripes which Balaam, when he was hurt by the wall, gave her.
So what this basically saying is the angel came to kill Balaam because the Most High told him, I don't care what they give you, give them my instruction. So he says since they came a second time, And the Lord say, well, go with him. Well, the Lord say, you just won't do what I tell you. No means no. Don't even listen to their conversation. Don't even entertain the conversation, because you're going to get lured in, which he got lured in. So he got on his donkey to go do what Balaam requested, and the donkey ran into the wall. Like y'all going through what we call a gangway. Yeah. The donkey ran through the wall and pinned his leg on there, and he beating the hell out of the donkey. But the donkey see the angel that was sent there to kill him. Yeah. The same way that angel came to kill Moses when he was to go to Pharaoh, but he hadn't circumcised Gershom. Right. So he sent an angel. That's why when you read in the Bible say, and the angel met him on the way to the inn, the Holiday Inn or wherever it was they were going to stay over the night to kill him. But Zipporah took a sharp stone and circumcised. And you'd be like, well, what does that mean? What that mean? Well, when you get in the book of Jasher, you see that Jethro, his father-in-law, the Midianite, told him, y'all go on and do the Lord's work. Leave the boy here with me. Leave the boy here with me. This is my first grandson. And Moses left him there and then circumcised him on the 8th day. So the Most High sent an angel to kill Moses on the way to Pharaoh the very first time for disobedience just like this. He's no respecter of person, Lysa. Right. See, so when somebody show you that, you show them that about Moses. Ain't no respect of person. Go ahead. What else to say?
Let me see. What is her?
And the angel continued to distress. Okay.
But when the ass upon the angel's continuance to distress her, and upon the stripes which were given her, fell down, by the will of Elohim she made use of the voice of a man, and complained of Balaam, as acting unjustly to her, that whereas he had no fault find with her in her former service to him, he now inflicted stripes upon her, as not understanding that she was hindered from serving him in what he was now going about by the providence of Elohim. And when he was disturbed by reason of the voice of the ass,
that scared him. That donkey started talking to him. I'm trying to save you, old wicked donkey. You're A-double-S. Right. Go ahead.
And say, who's the ass?
Yeah.
And when he was disturbed by reason of the voice of the ass, which was that of a man, the angel plainly appeared to him and blamed him for the stripes he had given his ass, and informed him that
he talking about a donkey, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
And informed him that the brute creature was not in fault, but that he was himself come to obstruct his journey, as being contrary to the will of Elohim. Upon which Balaam was afraid, and was preparing to return back again. Yet did Elohim excite him to go on his intended way, but added this injunction that he should declare nothing, but what he himself should suggest to his mind.
So the Most High said, no, you go on. I don't want you turning back because I whoop you. Go on and tell him what you had in your mind. We still going to play that out because, see, you don't want to listen to my words. So what were you going to tell him when you reached him? So you go ahead. I'm going to let you go, but go ahead and tell him what you were thinking. See, the angel saved you, so I want you to go ahead and finish your course so you get to see what I'm talking about because you ain't understanding it now. I want you to see what was going to happen anyway. So keep on riding. Go ahead.
When Elohim had given him this charge, he came to Balak. And when the king had entertained him in a magnificent manner, he desired him to go to one of the mountains to take a view of the state of the camp of the Hebrews. Balak himself also came to the mountain and brought the prophet along with him with the royal attendants. This mountain lay over their heads and was distant 60 furlongs from the camp. Now when he saw them, he desired the king to build him 7 altars and to bring him as many bulls and rams, to which desire the king did presently conform. He then slew the sacrifices and offered them as burnt offerings, that he might observe some signal of the flight of the Hebrews. Then said he, happy is this people.
What is this people?
Happy is this people on whom Elohim bestows the possession of innumerable good things, and grants them his own providence to be their assistant and their God, so that there is not any nation among mankind, but you will be esteemed superior to them in virtue, and in the earnest prosecution of the best rules of life, and such as are pure from wickedness. And leave those rules to your excellent children. And this out of the regard that Elohim bears to you, and the provision of such things for you as may render you happier than any other people under the sun. You shall retain that land to which he hath sent you, and it shall ever be under the command of your children. And both all the earth as well as the sea shall be filled with their glory. And you shall be sufficiently numerous to supply the world in general, and every region of it in particular, with inhabitants out of your stock. However, O blessed army, wonder that you are become so many from one father.
Right.
And truly the land of Canaan can now hold you as being yet comparatively few. But know ye that the whole world is proposed to be your place of habitation forever.
Talking about Israel, go ahead.
The multitude of your posterity also shall live as well in the islands as on the continent, and that more in number than are the stars of heaven. And when you are become so many, Yahweh will not relinquish the care of you, but will afford you an abundance of all good things in times of peace, with victory and dominion in times of war. May the children of your enemies have an inclination to fight against you, and may they be so hardy as to come to arms and to assault you in battle. For they will not return with victory.
They will not return with what?
Victory.
Uh-huh.
Nor will their return be agreeable to their children and wives. To so great a decree of valor will you be raised by the providence of Elohim, who is able to diminish the affluence of some and to supply the wants of others.
Uh-huh.
Thus did Balaam speak by inspiration, as not being in his own power, but moved to say what he did by the divine spirit.
Uh-huh.
But when Balak was displeased and said he had broken the contract he had made, whereby he was to come, as he and his confederates had invited him, by the promise of great presents. Of what great presents? For whereas he came to curse their enemies, he had made an economum upon them, and had declared that they were the happiest of men.
Right.
To which Balaam replied, O Balak, if thou rightly considerest this whole matter, canst thou suppose that 'tis in our power to be silent or to say anything when the Spirit of God of Elohim seizes upon us? For he puts such words as he pleases in our mouths, and such discourses as we are not ourselves conscious of.
It's like when you say, I don't know where that came from, the Lord spoke through me. Y'all understand, we have those type of events in our life. Man, I'm just telling you, man, the Spirit came out. I don't know where the words came from, but they came, but they have to be in righteousness. You understand? So Balaam was hearing what the Most High is saying. I'm going to force you to tell him right anyway. So what's going to happen is, if both y'all work for Satan, Satan going to cast out Satan. You know, so it's like when they said the Messiah, you doing all those gifts through Beelzebub. He said, well, y'all ought to thank me, Pharisees, because if I'm doing the work of the devil and I'm tearing down the devil's house, then I'm helping y'all. I'm not hurting you. You understand? So he said, so keep calling me Beelzebub because y'all the devil. You the dog. I'm going to tear your house down. You understand what I'm saying? So this is where we get into. But go ahead, Elisha.
I will remember by what entreaties both you and the Midianites so joyfully brought me hither. And on that account I took this journey. It was my prayer that I might not put any affront upon you as to what you desired of me. But Yahweh is more powerful than the purposes I made to serve you. For those that take upon them to foretell the affairs of mankind as from their own abilities are entirely unable to do it. Or to forbear to utter what Elohim suggests to them, or to offer violence to his will. For when he prevents us and enters into us, nothing that we say is our own.
So it's like the witch of Endor.
Right.
Saul asked her the prophecy, and then she jumped back. He like, what you see? She like, it ain't my work. This work come from another level. I'm seeing angels ascending and descending. I'm watching Jacob's ladder. I ain't never done that before. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So the witch of Endor is brought under the power of God to punish Saul.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's why he says, I have mercy on whom I have mercy.
Yes, sir.
I then did not intend to praise this army, nor to go over the several good things which Elohim intended to do to their race. But since he was so favorable to them and so ready to bestow upon them an happy life and eternal glory, he suggested that the declaration of those things to me. But now, because it is my desire to oblige thee thyself, as well as the Midianites, whose entreaties it is not decent for me to reject, go to. Let us again rear other altars and offer the like sacrifices that we did before, that I may see whether I can persuade the Most High to permit me to bind these men with curses.
See, y'all see how crazy Balaam is? He's still saying, well, maybe the Lord want a different sacrifice to curse Israel. See, he's a double-minded man at this point.
Yeah.
He heard that you can't curse him. He already know that, but yet he's thinking, well, maybe it's a way. Maybe y'all ain't putting out the right goal, or we ain't sacrificing right. Let's do another sacrifice.
Because his intent is on those riches.
That's what we talking about, boy. That's where his heart is at. That money, y'all. That money do it, man. That's how Puffy get all up.
I gotta find a way.
Do you want to go back to the projects, or do you want to live here? And you should say, I want to go back to the project because I heard what happened in there.
Right.
But they don't. They want to go in there, Elisha.
No, they won't.
Go ahead.
Which when Balak had agreed to, Yahweh would not even upon second sacrifices consent to his cursing the Israelites. Then fell Balaam upon his face and foretold what calamities would befall the several kings of the nations and the most eminent cities, some of which of old were not so much as inhabited, which events have come to pass among the several people concerned both in the foregoing ages and in this, to my own memory, both by sea and by land. From which completion of all these predictions that he made, one may easily guess that the rest will have their completions in time to come. But Balak, being very angry that the Israelites were not cursed.
He like, man, I don't want to hear none of that. Man, we done sacrificed all these bulls. You got gold in your pocket, and you still ain't telling me what I want to hear. I want them dead. Them Israelites, I want them gone. Now, they say you the man around here, and you talking nothing. Go ahead.
But Balak, being very angry that the Israelites were not cursed, sent away Balaam, without thinking him worthy of any honor.
He like, and I ain't gonna tell nobody about your ass. You ain't nothing. That donkey should have killed you. Why waste my time to sacrifice good animals and you still ain't telling me what I want to hear? That's like a repairman coming, Elijah, and he tell you, look, look, board and pay for everything. And you still ain't talking like a repairman come to your house. Yeah, it look like you're going to need a new compressor. Well, I can't put it in today. We're going to have to send another repairman. And then he comes, yep, it look like you need a compressor, but I don't have the tools to do it. Right. We're going to send you another person.
I ain't going to work behind another.
But you ain't going to work behind nobody else's work. And then you keep paying that fee. You know how you hate to pay that fee they get anyway, whether they do it or not. What they call that fee? Diagnostic test, yeah. Whether we fix it or not, this is what you need to pay. At the dealership, that's $185, and we just going to tell you what's wrong. Then they tell you, well, what's wrong with your car is beyond our computers. Right. But we already got that money.
Let me get that up out you.
Yeah, let me get that up out you. Go ahead.
Whereupon, when he was just upon his journey, in order to pass the Euphrates, he sent for Balak and for the princes of the Midianites, and spake thus to them: O Balak, and you Midianites that are here present, for I am obliged even without the will of Elohim to gratify you. 'Tis true, no entire destruction can seize upon the nation of the Hebrews.
Read that again.
'Tis true, no entire destruction can seize upon the nation of the Hebrews.
So y'all, this is what we talking about. If it was about race mixing or miscegenation, we would be through as a people. You know why? Kill all the men and then have babies by all the women. They get rid of the nation, don't it? See, so that kills that doctrine that it has to be the male of Israel. It's the women too. You got to kill the women off too. Because if a woman have a child, Israelite woman have a child by another nation, the child is still Israel.
It's still Israel.
That's in Exodus 24 with Dan's daughter that had a baby by the Egyptian man, and also Acts 16, Timothy, father was a Greek, but his mother was an Israelite, but he's an Israelite. It's like anything else. Bob Marley daddy is white. Did y'all know that?
Right. And he looked just like that white man. But he's an Israelite.
But he's an Israelite. He sings about Babylon in the sense of going down. Not I want to be a part of. Oh, you didn't know that, did you, Emo? Bob Marley Sr.?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He took a liking to Miss Bob Marley.
Yes.
Let's get some more.
Go to the scripture.
Like Sally Henry.
Huh?
That other scripture you said, Exodus 24.
24 and 1, I believe it's 24 and 10. What is it, Nat Turner?
I think that's Leviticus 24.
Leviticus 24 10. Thank you. What's your name, bro? I'm just messing with you. Tobias. Show up on that. You know what I'm talking about, Tobias. You know what I'm talking about,
You
Tobias.
remember how to get him home?
Yeah. Let's get some more, y'all. Hurry up, y'all. We got a little bit of time. Y'all doing all that interrupting. Go ahead.
All right, let me hit this again. 'Tis true, no entire destruction can seize upon the nation of the Hebrews, neither by war.
Neither by what?
War.
Uh-huh.
Nor by plague.
The COVID can't get rid of us. The black plague can't get it. It punished the Indians, but it don't do nothing for us. Y'all think the Tuskegee experiment and we still stacking up numbers like that? They like, ain't nothing we can put on them.
Just like, Terah tried killing all the firstborn in Israel.
Yeah.
All the males up 2
Yes,
years and
sir.
under.
Yes, sir.
And that ain't the first time. When Pharaoh
Pharaoh
put the
did.
children in the wall.
375 of them. Go ahead.
So it ain't nothing new. Just like today, they still trying to kill the black male.
Yes, sir.
Eugenics.
It can't happen. It says, neither by war, nor by plague, nor by scarcity of the fruits of the earth, nor can any other unexpected accident be their entire ruin.
So, y'all, we technically don't have to worry about they saying it's a food shortage.
You can't even starve
I
us out.
fed y'all in the wilderness. What y'all worried about? Y'all understand what I'm saying? He's saying, he's saying, look, you can't do anything to him. He's saying for Israel, y'all to know, ain't nothing they can't threaten y'all with nothing. So this is why when the Antichrist say, I'm going to cut off y'all food, he can't. You'll be fed spiritually. Let's get some more of that life.
For the providence of the Most High is concerned to preserve them from such a misfortune.
Yes.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Nor will it permit any such calamity to come upon them, whereby they may all perish. It's always going to be a remnant.
Yes, sir.
But some small misfortunes, and those for some small time, whereby they may appear to be brought low, may still befall them.
He says, so you can still get them. It may be temporary, but you can get them a little bit. It's only going to be temporary, though. Go ahead.
But after that, they will flourish again.
Daddy, here they come again. Look at this. Here they come again.
Now we multiply.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
To the terror of those that brought those mischiefs upon them. So that if you have a mind to gain a victory over them for a short space of time, you will obtain it by following my direction.
Now, this is the deal. This is what he had in his mind anyway,
Right.
to go and tell Balaam the deal. I really could tell you how to get him, but I just
They have
can't
a
tell
history.
you. I just can't tell you like that. You got to get it out of me, man. Get it out of me. I don't want it to come out of my mouth like that. Well, you still doing it because you told them why they can't curse, but you still leaving the door open for temporary punishment.
Yeah, you lead them on.
Lead them on and say, look, I know a way you can get them. It's only going to be temporary. It's what I did to them in Egypt. It's only going to be temporary, though. You're willing to deal with that. It's like Freemasonry when you read in the book of the instructions, Albert Pike 225, he said, yes, Lucifer is God, but also Adonai is God as well. So even in their doctrine, they don't even say Lucifer is the top by himself. They even warn all the Luciferian. Y'all got somebody to deal with. Y'all got to deal with somebody else, y'all. Look, but why he waiting to see if you get right, you can have fun with me now. But no, he's still God. Adonai still run things. So the devil tell you up front, even into your die. But guess what? I want it now, though. I want Puffy's party now.
I'm living my best life.
Yeah. Temporarily. Go ahead. Like, see how all there is temporary right now? Let's get some more.
Do you therefore set out the comeliness of such of your daughters as are most eminent for beauty?
They're saying the top beauty. Y'all look up eminent. Somebody look it up while we still reading. Look up eminent. E-M-I-N-net. For beauty. Show them what eminent means. So y'all, and why we do this is because this is class. If you're reading a scripture and you run across a word and you guess at what it means, it's going to cause you a problem because now you're trying to guess the punishment. But if you don't know that word, look it up and then continue reading so your understanding is there. Right now, we'll guess what eminent means. What eminent mean, L9? You too slow, D.
Profound, like.
Okay, see that? What you think it mean,
Very
Cash?
important, like.
Huh? Make up something. That's what everybody else do. I'm just messing with you, Cash. Yes, sir. Go ahead. What it mean, Dale?
Exhibiting eminence, especially in standing above others in some quality or position.
So get
Prominent.
your best women's out there for beauty. I want your top skeezers. Your top skeezers.
Standing out so as to be readily perceived or noted.
See, up front, the ones that where you go,
Esteem.
you give you the ahuga eye, ahuga, and your eyes pop back in your head. That's what them eminent women is.
Importance.
The top ones.
Influential.
And what saying, boy, some more of that, ain't it? Can we? So we got to understand, and we can move on now, right? Let's read some more.
And proper to force and conquer the modesty of those that behold them. And these deck, Proverbs 7 went.
Yeah.
And these decked and trimmed to the highest degree you are able.
He said, put them in the best clothes. I mean, I don't want nothing on them.
Deck them out.
I'm talking about a thread thong on them. I want the best you got. I wanted almost nothing.
See-through.
That new video Meg Thee Stallion got out with that Chinese rapper, Mahuki or whatever it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But there's a scene in there, there's only a certain part coming out of the bubble bath. That's what they want to be in the minds of young Israelite men. Off the top, that's the image. If y'all see her new video, that's the image. Let's get some more. It was that same engine lies in Superfly. The bathtub scene. You know what I'm talking about? That everybody want to get some Dawn dishwashing liquid because we was in the ghetto and put it in there and think you can make the same scene as Superfly. You standing there with Dawn dishwashing and some platforms on. Yeah. But you standing there with some platforms and a long robe like you got on Superfly coat. No. You finna get some, intimate going. Let's get some more. Go ahead, bro.
He said, these decked and trimmed to the highest degree you are able. Then do you send them to be near the Israelites' camp.
Yeah.
And give them in charge that when the young men of the Hebrews desire their company, they allow it them.
The old men.
Not the young men.
Yes, sir. That's who they want. Go ahead.
And when they see they are enamored of them, let them take their leaves. And if they entreat them to stay, let them not give their consent till they have persuaded them to leave off their obedience to their own laws and the worship of that Elohim who established them.
So
and to worship the gods of the Midianites and the Moabites.
So while we talking, give me enamored. Because see, these words are very important. You're going to dress it up. And then we need that enamorant to come in, because that's what the hypnotist going to do. Yeah. That's the hypnotist part, because now we're into sex magic.
Yeah, seducer.
If y'all understand what's going on at Puffy House, ain't just dropping a Mickey in there. they're performing rituals.
Yes, sir.
There's people in beds. There's things going on that they don't allow the rest of the people to see.
Yes.
You only get to see that if you come in the house part.
Right.
But it's magic, y'all. They're not just free willing. They have to get the magic part going.
Yeah.
They say they got goth men there. Like the one dude say he seen Puffy holding two hands of the people that's in, like, what's that movie, the vampire movie? You know, with them youngsters. They have a few series of it. Twilight.
Yeah.
With that goth and thick black. Them the ones working the sex magic. Just like they do in what's the movie? Twilight. Y'all know the vampire movie?
Yeah.
Notice that in that movie, the sun or the moon ain't up. They do these things in twilight, between the changing of days. Y'all understand that? That's why twilight is so important, y'all. They like to get it in between the change of days. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But they got to be through before dawn come in. But they get it. The party start at twilight though. Outside, then it move all night. You go to the after party, and then the after party. Let's get some more. What else to say, like?
Enamored is affected by strong feelings of love, admiration, or fascination.
Boy, they put you in They put you in that Cupid mode.
Mine say infatuated with, smitten with, captivated with, enchanted by,
Yes, sir.
by,
All of that.
enthralled by,
Ahooga eyes you speak of.
bewitched,
Bewitched.
under a spell,
Under what?
under a spell,
Enchanted by.
enchanted by.
Y'all understand, if we don't get that in there, we won't understand the power of
Crazy about
what they have to bring us down, y'all. This is the magic that they're working on us, but they just can't throw it in a magic potion on you. You have to want to be a part of it, and your wants have to desire to want it. And what he's getting at the desire.
Right.
The young man. Youthful lust.
Consumed with desire.
Consumed with what? Let's get some more, Elisha. Let's speed this up because we got about 15 minutes.
It says,
What?
for by this,
Yeah.
for by this means, the Most High will be angry at them.
What he gonna be?
Angry at them.
Because now they got us into spiritual whoredom. You understand? It ain't about the women. It's about the women to get you to serve their God. Y'all understand the difference? This ain't got nothing to do with the woman. Satan don't care about them. It's to get you to serve their God. And that's what they doing in them puffer. Y'all, they worshiping Baal. Baal Peor in that party. See, they just making it like wild sex, but Baal Peor required a child to be there. See, with the child there, that really tests how far you would go.
Yeah, and they say that it was
Children
little children dressed up as
So-
different things in their, at these parties.
So if you a superstar or a great athlete that's there, and you're witnessing child sacrifice, that tells how far you're willing to go to keep what you got or to gain something else, that you will watch what brings down every great prophet. It's child molestation. Brought down Malachi York, brought down Jim Jones, brought down the leader of the Mormons. It's going to bring down every individual, because there's a line that the Most High will not allow you to cross no matter what. And that's to mess with children, because that's what the kingdom is about.
Get the millstone.
But that's what Satan comes with, to see if you really love or you really want to be on this side. We doing the child sacrifice, you going to be there or not. But look, bro, your career ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you, tomorrow, you'll be holding up the trophy. Right now, they want to put you on the bench. Right now, you'll never get any starting time. I heard the coach when he called you an ass back. The football player. You know, every time you come in, coach, put me in, get your ass back. Get in there, Johnson. Coach, put me in, get your ass back. Get in there, Thompson. You know what I'm saying? And you want to get out of that position. What can I do to get out of that? Yeah. You got AB on your jacket, on your jersey back here.
You getting playtime.
Yes, sir.
Before he being an ass back.
Go ahead, bro.
Accordingly, when Balaam had suggested counsel to them, he went his way. So when the Midianites had sent their daughters, as Balaam had exhorted them, the Hebrew young men were allured by their beauty and came to discourse with them and besought them not to grudge them the enjoyment of their beauty, nor to deny them their conversation. These daughters of the Midianites received their words gladly and consented to it and stayed with them. But when they had brought them to be enamored of them, and their inclinations
and their what?
Inclinations to them were grown to rightness, they began to think of departing from them. Then it was that these men became greatly disconsolate at the women's departure.
Meaning basically what they did, riled them all up and say, no, I really don't want to do this. You are Israelite. Tease them to the highest level.
Blue.
Yeah.
They did some Delilah stuff.
Yeah.
Smell here.
Yeah.
Over there, huh? Somebody got their furnace on.
And they were urgent with them not to leave them, but begged that they would continue there and become their wives. And they promised them that they should be owned as mistresses all they had.
See, now, look. That's what the Israelites was promising because they didn't want to leave. But if you can, somebody look this up real quick. Epididymal hypertension. I just want you to understand this the shape they left them in. Epididymal. E-P-I-didymal.
The blue notes.
Hypertension. So that we get an understanding, y'all, because Israel is a visual people, you got to get this in your mind where they got them to. And all young men at this point, when they get them to this point, they'll agree to anything. Y'all understand what I'm saying? You'll go for the okie doke at that point because when sin has conceived, then it bringeth forth death. They got them right at the door of conceiving, and it's finna bring forth death. The death is, if you do that, then I'll do this.
Right.
Because we had individuals around here that a woman that was in Egyptology told them, if you into that Bible, miss me. I say, did he miss her? No. I say, so he put the Bible down, still trying to make it work with both of them. But the choice was that, get into this Egyptology, then all this is yours.
Right.
So they got ready to leave after putting them in epididymal hypertension state. And then they start begging, well, you could be the master of my mistress. So this is what we want to get into real quick too, the word mistress. So keep that to the side in y'all mind because we've been taught that mistress means the woman on the side. That's because you've been hearing the wrong side of it. You've been hearing the wicked side of what a mistress is. What is the mister then of the house? See, the mister is the ruler of the house, right? So the mistress would be the female ruler of the house, not the side woman. But see, now the world done flipped the script. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because what's the new term out there for now, young? Who is the wifey? This is what I'm saying. Who is the wifey?
This definition?
No. What you saying the wifey is?
I looked it up though.
The wifey is the side chick, and they say my gal is my wife.
You found it.
But notice they're giving the wife title to the side chick.
Right.
Wifey. And then when you hear it like Next got that song Wifey, that's all outside woman work. But she's getting the title of the wife, of the mister. It just the script flipped, but we're going to hit a couple scripts. We got them locked and loaded. What you got? Something there?
I got that definition for you.
Go ahead. Epididymal hypertension.
Also known as blue balls.
What is it known as?
Blue balls.
Blue balls. See, hope the children don't know what we're talking about.
I just looked it up as blue balls.
That's what I did.
But see,
It got the same definition.
but look, we didn't want to say it. We want to get a professional term for it. You know.
But the
Yes.
definition has it in there.
I know that. I know it had it in there, but we want to get a name. We got children in here. Y'all talking street talk. Y'all.
It's a condition that causes pain and discomfort in the testicles after sexual arousal without orgasm.
See, y'all understand what I'm saying? Send you home backed up. Everybody walking like Fred Sanford. They was making promises. Everybody bent over. Please don't go. Please don't go. Let's pick it up, Elijah. Come on, Elijah. We ain't got nothing but 11 minutes. While y'all over there doing all that talking. Yeah, go ahead.
Walking like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, yes, sir. Like he was back to the corner. Yes, sir.
imagine Kings Highway to Jenny Station Road.
Yes, sir.
No.
Walking home.
That was a long walk.
Bent over. They like, look at that young old man. Give him your cane, Grandpa. Go ahead.
This they said with an oath, and called Elohim for the arbitrator of what they promised, and this with tears in their eyes, and all other such marks of concern as might show how miserable they thought themselves without them, and so might move their compassion for them. So the women, as soon as they perceived that they had made them their slaves and had caught them with their conversation, began to speak thus.
So now we got you. You saying we got you on your lust. You hook, line, and sinker now. We got you. We know we got you now. So now we finna work our magic. We work the flesh on you to get to your consciousness.
Yeah.
So now we finna move you into, and look, it ain't got nothing to do with you and her spirit. He said, it's about our gods.
Yeah.
But see, they made an oath to God.
Yeah.
I want y'all to understand this. Israelite men said, Lord, I swear I'll be the best husband in the world if you give me this thought.
Yeah. Let's go back to it where it says that.
Lord, I swear I'll be the best man and servant to you if you give me this skeezer.
Let me read it. It says,
Go ahead.
This they said with an oath.
What they say with an oath?
With an oath, and called Elohim for the arbitrator of what they promised. So they had Elohim bear witness to their promise.
Y'all understand? So this is, they put themselves on the felony list by an oath.
That size of the pit part right there.
So y'all want to talk about throw your testes on the crap table.
Boy, there it is.
They ain't blue no more.
Now look, real quick, y'all, while we got 8 minutes left, give me the Deuteronomy 21 and 10, because there was rules of women that was beautiful from war, but God has his cup of rules.
Yeah.
And then his cups don't inquire that you beg for someone, you're going to get what you ask for, like Saul. Give us a king, though. He say, they ain't hurting you, they getting at me. Right. So get that Deuteronomy, is it 10 and 11? Deuteronomy 21, 10 and 11.
Oh, yeah.
21, 10, and 11.
What it say, y'all? Because see, we have to, there's a pro and con side to everything. The Most High let you do what you want to do. When the lust of your heart is overpowering you, it's the only way he can make you a believer. It's like your parents say, I can show you better than I can tell you.
Right.
Just what you asked.
Just what you asked for.
Worst way.
And notice they kept saying, I will make you the mistress, meaning that some had already had wives, but they say, if you come, she don't look nothing like you, I'll put you above her and give you the rulership of the house. So when we end, y'all, we just going to run the mystery scriptures, pro and con, so you understand what the difference is biblically versus how the world trying to get you look at the ruler of the house. Because the world is now saying the outside woman is the ruler of the house.
The world backwards.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 10.
What it say?
When thou goest forth to war against thine enemy,
And we was at war with the Philistines then. Go ahead.
and the Elohim
Or
thy
the
God,
Midianites. And the what?
and the Elohim thy God had delivered them unto thine hand,
Right.
and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman,
What you see amongst them captives?
a beautiful woman, and hast a desire unto her,
What you got for her?
desire,
Uh-huh.
that thou wouldest have her to thy wife.
See, it ain't never said as a sex slave like these camps teach. See, you can take a woman from another nation. She a free male. She's a free male. And what I'm talking about that meaning you don't have to pay no money for time with her.
No dowry.
No, the scripts say they're born as females. They come with a fee. It's going to cost you. Right. Just like it's costing these Israelites when we get back to Josephus. They're females. You can pay now or you can pay later, but you're going to pay. Because they come with a fee. Let's get some more. What else it say?
Then thou shalt bring her home to thine house.
Yeah.
And she shall shave her head.
She got to get rid of her hair because women grow hair to their gods. Go ahead.
And pare her nails.
And cut off their nails because you keep hearing this term in Puffy deal about the white fingernails. His mama had on white fingernails. That means they're orgy bound. So cut the fingernails off, so that means you don't want to be in an orgy. Go ahead, what else it say?
And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her.
So take off them clothes you got caught in from your family member. You got to get out of them Baal clothes. Go ahead, what else it say?
And shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and mother a full month.
So 30 days you can't touch her. 30 full days. Go ahead, what else it say?
And after that thou shalt go in unto her, and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife.
Y'all see how you must endure to the end, even with that. The Most High ain't playing with this. Ain't no you can just grab a woman and willy-nilly it.
But I thought you couldn't be with nobody but an Israelite.
See, this is what we talking about, y'all. These laws set everything right where they supposed to be, and it gives us rules. Now, y'all see the different rules in these other women, what we reading in Josephus? They know that we got them going against their God's law. That's all we need you to do is break God's law. And y'all, it's simple as swiveling hips and wearing a string thong. Fishing line thong. Go ahead, Elijah, let's finish this up. Oh, you illustrious, verse 8.
Yep. Let me go back up to it.
Three minutes while you searching.
Oh, you illustrious.
Yeah,
young
you see,
men.
I got him on point, didn't it? See there, he got on that Daniel time, and he like, yeah, I know where I'm at. Go ahead, Elisha.
Oh, you illustrious young men.
The enlightened ones.
We have houses of our own at home, and great plenty of good things there, together with the natural affection, love of our parents and friends.
Sound familiar? Like Isaiah 4th chapter, that's what they're saying. To take away our reproach. We got our own bread. We buy all this. But you have to understand the day of the Lord is going to be different. Not now, because their purpose is to change God's.
Right.
Go ahead, Elisha. What else to say?
Nor is it out of our want of any such things that we come to discourse with you. Nor did we admit of your invitation, with design to prostitute the beauty of our body for gain. But taking you for brave and worthy men, we agreed to your request, that we might entreat you with such honors as hospitality required. And now seeing you say that you have a great affection for us, and are troubled when you think we are departing, we are not adverse to your entreaty.
So, baby, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. They like, that don't move us. All that crying and snotting you doing, we got to go unless. What else to say, Elisha?
And if we may receive such assurance of your good will as we think can be alone sufficient, we will be glad to lead our lives with you as your wives.
Now that's your side piece. We want to make it legal that you married us knowing we had another God above us. We want that Solomon on you. Go ahead.
But we are afraid that you will in time be weary of our company and will then abuse us and send us back to our parents after an anonymous manner.
Ain't that what's happening today?
Yep.
When they go after what they think free meals, have them a few while, and a month later, get out of here, you wicked heifer. They like, no, you ain't gonna do us like that. No. Y'all do that to y'all own women.
Yep.
Let's get some more. What else to say,
And
like?
they desired that they would excuse them in their guarding against that danger. But the young men professed they would give them any assurance they should desire. Nor did they at all contradict what they requested. So great was the passion they had for him. If then, said they, this be your resolution, since you make use of such customs and conduct of life as are entirely different from all other men, insomuch that your kinds of food are peculiar to yourselves, and your kinds of drink not common to others, it will be absolutely necessary, if you would have us, your wives, that you do withal worship our gods. Nor can there be any other demonstration of kindness which you say you already have.
So they're saying, get rid of your God. We don't care what your God say. You got to be on this side of the coins. You got to let him go if you want this.
Right.
Get some more license.
nor can there be any other demonstration of the kindness which you say you already have and promise to have hereafter to us than this, that you worship the same gods that we do.
Y'all see the ultimate plan? This ain't got nothing to do with just flesh. This is the ultimate plan. Now y'all understand Psalm 51 when David says, only you have I sinned against. What about Bathsheba and Uriah? What about you didn't sin against them? No, because it's at the highest level. They got him to go against his God's command. But that was David's own free will. He wasn't even lured into that.
Right.
But if he had been out when the king's supposed to go out to war instead of staying back and up on the roof, it never would have happened.
Right.
Let's get some more.
For has anyone reason to complain that now you are come into this country, you should worship the proper gods of the same country? Especially while our gods are common to all men, and yours such as belong to nobody else but yourselves.
Look, don't y'all see they telling them y'all set apart. Y'all got different food. Y'all got this. They tell us that up front, but look, around her, everybody God is God. Everybody. We into unity. We into brunity. Why y'all won't get down with that? See, our gods accept they gods.
Right.
But y'all God don't accept nobody. He don't let y'all play with nobody else. All y'all can do is play with each other. Don't y'all want to come over here and play?
Nope.
Let's get some more.
That's the buddy system.
Y'all stink and you're ugly. So they
Yes, ma'am.
said,
Go ahead, sis. Who has something? Emma, what you got, Emma?
I talked to a young lady today, this morning,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, well, we all have the same God. I heard, no, ma'am, you don't have the same God. You're a Christian, I'm not.
Christianity. Yeah.
And
So,
I said, go ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Emma.
And so I told her, I said, no, ma'am, we don't serve the same God. She said, well, you call him, I call him God and you call him creator.
Yeah.
She said, they're the same. I said, no, ma'am, we don't do Unitarianism. Not around here.
And you understand what we're reading, Emma, the difference in how they explain it is different gods. They go by what's in the cup of our God. They list the instructions.
Yes.
And then they list their instructions.
Right.
So you can't serve the devil. Yeah, we can get into vain worship and cause they doing this, we do that. But when it comes down to what required to accept Lucifer, like Freemasons say, when you get to the 30th degree, you must acknowledge that Lucifer is God.
Yes.
29 down, y'all could be any religion y'all want. You could be Baptist, y'all could get, you don't get the same thing. But if you want to elevate, if you want to come to the puffy party, if you want to come to the sacrifice of the puffy party, you have to acknowledge this. Because we know what your God want, and you know what your God want. Hence the song we talking about, Elijah, Baal by Al Green. Y'all get the lyrics to Baal and see that song B-E-L-L-E. You then, when you read the lyrics, you're going to see it means B-A-A-L.
Right. Son of morning.
Because he's going to tell you, he's saying, I know what my God requires, but Baal, you just so wickedly sweet. Get a couple more of that, y'all. Y'all read the rest of this, y'all, because we out of time, and I just want to go over the pro and con of the mistress that we saw, because what happens is, this is all labeled like a female fornication with strange dogs. And what it means is you're putting a mistress over your household, so to speak. And what I mean by this, a bad mistress. You're putting a madam over your house, so to speak. You're putting a woman over in charge of doctrine, because they're called a whore that sitteth upon many waters. It's a woman doctrine, so to speak, that's turning you away from your God, so to speak. This ain't got nothing to do with physical flesh. This is supernatural Satan want. He don't care about flesh. It's going to die anyway. Once you go 2 or 20 minutes with that, you through with that anyway.
you just need your allegiance.
I need your allegiance to say you want my God. And then that's what people try to then backpedal, because they didn't last like they wanted to.
Come on.
So now they want their money back, like no refund. Ain't no refunds.
You didn't read the sign?
No. If you know broccoli do that to you, you shouldn't eat broccoli. Go ahead, Elijah. Yes, ma'am.
Did you say 2 to 20 minutes?
I ain't gonna say no more, Emma. But look. Yeah. I'm talking about worshiping that devil. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
What you said.
No, yeah, go ahead. So, but look, when y'all read the rest of that, look, I want y'all to read the rest of that 6th chapter. You know why? Because once they made an oath and they brought him in, Zimri, he was a Levite priest. Once he heard that the deal was made, and they say they told God about that secret, he just paraded the women around like it was nothing in front of the old elders, just showing them off.
He was over
Tribe
of Simeon.
And look, they had on, and they still had on they God's clothes,
Yes.
and they parading them around. It's like at the Passover, if you just bring one of them y'all know the top women out there, the Megan Thee Stallion, or the Kardashians to the Passover dressed like that, and just walk in with them like it ain't nothing. The young men gonna flip out and be turning over in their seat and who good, but the elders will be looking like, nah, he could have kept that out. Come on now, man, you gonna bring that up in here?
Right.
And then he parading around like shit. Y'all know y'all want one of
Like ain't a
these.
stain on it. Say Jacob, spray that luminol on them.
Boy, look here. Put a black light on them. But so y'all, we gon' please y'all read the rest of that, and y'all will see how wicked it got with that deal to where sin has conceived. But it was all off of lust. You know how? Because they tried their lust. They put him in epididymal hypertension status first, and we got him. When you get a young man in that position, his will ain't his own at that point. His will ain't his own, y'all. He'll rob a bank at that point.
Yeah, no will. His will wasn't.
He'll jump off a cliff at that point.
Headlong.
Headlong. So, y'all, we saw the term mistress, but give me the definition for that, because it's very important, y'all, that we don't get sidetracked and give bad names into places where it's not there.
Had a proper meaning.
It don't have a proper meaning. Like, there's level of harlots, pro and con. Why you say that, Daniel? Pro and con are hard. If a woman get tricked by a man that's promising to marry her and do all of this, she has to wear the title harlot because she let him do it without a wedding ceremony. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So she have to take that. But it could be one and done. But because she's not a virgin anymore, we cannot fool the people. You have to say she at least had one. And then like, oh, that ain't no problem with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what a man say at first until they start arguing. And then he asks, how many men been in your life? You 62. How many men been in your life? 2? Who raised you?
62. I got the definition.
What it say?
Mistress.
Yeah.
They got many. So it say a woman in position of authority or control.
What does the first one say?
A woman in position of authority and control.
Because every dictionary gonna give you the spiritual side and then it's gonna give you the flesh side. Go ahead.
Okay, it say a woman who is skilled in a particular subject or activity, a mistress. And okay, let me go down and say.
Yeah. A woman who is skilled in her position.
Female head of household.
Yeah.
Especially a female employee or domestic staff. A woman having extramarital sexual relationships.
That's the mistress
especially with a married man.
See, that's the con side, but we just read the one in charge of the house. So y'all understand this, we just gonna run these one-liners so you get to understand it real quick. What happened? What happened?
It got some more definitions. It say similar. It say lover, girlfriend, kept woman, live-in lover, courtesan, concubine, and mortar.
So this what it's doing.
Also a female school teacher.
Yeah, so you know, but what they're talking about is the woman in charge.
Yeah, right.
This is what we're talking about. So the woman in charge is in the house, not outside the house. Married women got to understand that the mistress ain't outside. You're inside. You're running everything. If you call her in charge, then she got control in the house. But so we get some understanding this. Give me Genesis 16 and then 4 through 9. And we're going to run the pro side, and then we're going to run the con, and y'all going to understand this perfect. What you got, bro? What else say?
It's in 1 Kings 17:17 too, what you said. 1
Go.
Kings 17:17.
Uh-huh.
It said, and it came to pass after these things that the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, fell sick, and his sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him.
So-
it says the mistress of the house.
So that's why you have Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, that's
Y'all understand? So it's just who's in charge. When the Mr. ain't there, the mistress is in charge. But I just want to run it, and y'all, what we're talking about, harlot. Only time it becomes a bad word is if it moves into whoredom. Y'all understand? Shalom, sis. Be careful out there. If it moves into whoredom, then she's in bad shape. But one and done, don't just defile a woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's trickery out there. And like these men talking about, I can just have you on the side piece and like, what other man at that point, it plummets her value, but it don't make her, if she say, I'll never be tricked by a man like that again, I'm going celibate, but she still can't say she a virgin. But if she decides, well, I'm going to get equal, I'm going to just get Tim on Thursday, Willie on Friday, Junior on Saturday through this. Now she's become a whore. She's practicing married life with multiples. You understand what I'm saying? But a harlot is not as bad as the word right out there. Because there's no way you can find script, and she was punished for being a harlot. Men, some things are what the Bible calls self-punishing. You give away everything that you should when you marry, or a man that's married give away everything that he should, and he come to naught. Like the prodigal son, what did he spend all his money on? So,
Strippers.
so what we're talking about is
Drinking.
and just having a good time, free sex, so to speak, and he got broke. And what we're talking about, from what I heard, these big ballers, they spend $3,500 a night and all of this, but you wouldn't have to spend that money like that at home. But you're paying for hiding, you're paying for this, you're paying to keep it secret, you're paying for all these things for 2 or 20 minutes. And then sometimes you want your money back.
These last $2.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So y'all, what we at? Genesis 16, 4 through 9. We're going to run these, y'all. We're going to close out. Who got it?
Ariel.
But y'all please read the rest of that Josephus. Genesis 16, 4 through 9.
Reading in the book of Genesis, chapter 16, and start the reading in verse 4.
Yes, sir.
And it reads, And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
So who conceived? Who? Hagar. And when she saw it, she said her mistress was despised. I know that heifer didn't get pregnant, and I've been trying for 80 years. Go ahead.
Go in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
And Sarai said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. And the Most High judged between me and thee.
Now, she said, I was despised in her eyes. She looked at me. She like, you knew you wasn't going to get nothing and you dried up like this. I'm young and fertile. Look at me. I know you want to be like this. You ain't never been like this in your life. I know you won't. And she just mocked Sarah.
Right.
Go ahead. What else it say?
Verse 6.
Yeah.
But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. And the angel of the Most High found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way to Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid, whence camest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai.
Who did she fleeing from?
The face of her mistress Sarai.
See, because she's in charge of Abraham's house as far as running the house, so to speak. That's who I'm running from, my mistress, because I'm her handmaid. Mm-hmm. But on the flip side of that, you get a madam that runs the whorehouse. Right. Like Della Reese in Harlem Nights. I'm honest, and all my garden tools are honest. Right. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that scene?
Yeah, garden tools.
To refer her to Sarah's, what did she say? He said Sarah's.
Let her read it again. Go ahead, read it again. Right. But the language is telling her to go back to your mistress, who's in charge of Abraham's house. Who was in charge of you? You're her maid. Pharaoh gave Hagar to Sarah when he put Abraham out. You know, he gave Hagar, he said, take Hagar. She ain't never been with a man. She's pure. He gave her to Sarah. She'll be your handmaid. She'll comb your hair. She'll scratch your head out when it's ailing. You know what I'm saying? She was her handmaid. So Sarah is in charge of her, not Abraham. Right. Sarah's in charge of her. Just like the 12 tribes. Jacob, it was only Rachel and Leah. Each one of them gave their handmaids to Jacob. Y'all understand what I'm saying? But he just couldn't take them. That was their property that their daddy Laban had gave to them. Handmaids. This who do your nails, this who do your hair, this who cook. You understand what I'm saying? So read that again so Ema will get it a little clearer.
Verse 8 again.
Yeah.
And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid.
So this is what he talked to. Hagar, you Sarah's Sarah's maid, right? Go ahead.
Whence camest thou?
Where you come from?
And whither wilt thou go?
Uh-huh.
And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai.
I flee from who got control over me. Right. Who has the power over me, my mistress, who's in charge of the house of Abraham on the female side. Go ahead, what else to say?
Verse 9, and the angel of the Most High said unto her, return to thy mistress, and submit thyself under her hand.
You understand what it's saying? Return and submit yourself again. Do what she told. Don't go back there mocking. What's wrong with you? You don't understand what it is? You going to try to shame Sarah? But this was for Sarah not believing the first time when it said you're going to conceive and bear a child. See, it comes back on you like Jacob and his mama tricked Isaac. Then Laban tricked him for 20 years. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the pro side. Give me Psalm 123 and 2. Y'all, these just one-liners. We're going to close out this on the pro side so we get a good understanding. Psalm 123, verse 1 and 2. I'm already there. Sound like y'all doing some tired flipping. Go ahead, y'all.
Psalm 123, verse 1.
Yeah.
Unto thee lift I up mine eyes, O thou that dwellest in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of servants look unto the hand of their masters, and as the eyes of a maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Most High, our Elohim, until that he have mercy upon us.
See how it says, as the maid looks to her mistress? Right. Mm-hmm. So we look to you the same way, Lord. Mm-hmm. You have power over us.
Have mercy.
Have mercy. Y'all understand what I'm saying? This is all pro side because the Bible puts it back in perspective. If it don't, we're going to be listening to that group called Next who says wifey. You think they talking about their wife, but in this language today, wifey mean the woman outside. Yeah. So what are they calling their wife?
Like they said at work, they got work wives and work husbands.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What you got, Emo? Okay, now let's get these on the con side so we can know it means nation, and y'all, they one-liner, so what it means, nation, and then as the Mitchell, like the whore that sitteth upon many waters. That's a madam over all the religions. Y'all understand what I'm saying? She's the mistress of over all the religions. And you can't come up under her, or you be one of her whores underneath. She'll order you around. Get out there and make my money with them fringes on.
Fringes on?
Tell about Baal in them fringes.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there with fringes on.
Look, what them Baal priests, wasn't they Israelites?
Yeah, they were Israelites.
They had on their fringes out there worshiping Baal, didn't they? Wasn't that past the wilderness?
Then you have Israelites in a strip club on Passover.
Oh, boy. Look here, getting dances on they what?
Fringes.
Yes, sir. Fringes at attention.
Fringes stink, boy.
Let's get some more, y'all.
Two fringes cutting up.
Boy, yeah. Isaiah 24:2, y'all. Isaiah 24:2. We ain't got but these. Y'all, and see, this is what we have to understand, y'all. We try to keep the conversation as smooth as we can, but it's about a marriage covenant. It's about being fruitful, being married, like husband and wife do, y'all, so we can't get away from the teaching of this because it's life. Y'all understand? But there's a spiritual level of life that you can commit bad things against the Most High who's jealous.
Right.
We his bride.
That's right.
You don't want your bride doing that, do you?
No.
Let's get some more. Isaiah chapter 24, 1 and 2.
Behold.
Hold on, here page is flipping the light.
He was just on the other end of that.
Go ahead.
Behold, the Most High maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him.
The land should be utterly spoiled. So it's given land prophecy as well as the people, but it uses that language in there as the maid with her mistress.
Right.
See, but it's on the negative side when you're looking at it. So let's just hit that 47 and 5 Isaiah, and then Nahum chapter 3 and 4, and we close out. When y'all read the rest of that, y'all understand that it's talking about a land prophecy and the religions that's taking over the land. And then when you read Ezekiel 16 is our marriage covenant with the Most High. 1 through 15 is how he took us, nurtured us, waited for the right time, then he spread his skirt over us. He said when the time of love came, didn't rush us. Then he put jewels on us, he put shoes on our feet, he put us in the house, he protected us. He said, but wasn't enough for you, wasn't enough. Verse 16 then start, but you wanted a mistress over you. And you went chasing that mistress. You went to live at the harlot house. See, in the book of Jasher, that's where they came looking for Joseph at. Because Joseph was handsome. We thought he may be working in the harlot's house. You understand what I'm saying? Pimps don't look good for no reason. Ain't no pimp looking like Bill Duke crying in car wash, that scene.
That's how they attract.
Get out there and get my money. Get my money. It's so hard. Get out there and get my money. No, you have to, but you be like hustle and flow. You understand? The only Negroes like that had trouble when they was coming up. Then they were lacking and they macking. So when they get to this point, now they're using the scripture to pay women back who turned them down. 47 and 5, Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 5.
Yeah. I'm talking about the one Valentine Day card receivers. They paying women back today. With the scripture.
Right.
I remember you. You the one that want to give me that Valentine Day card and gave it to Pretty Ricky. I remember that. Now you wants to be with me because you got 10 kids and ain't no daddy around and I got some money.
Check no.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 5.
Yeah.
Sit thou silent, and get thee unto darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the lady of the kingdom.
The lady of the what?
The lady of kingdom.
And it's talking about Babylon. It's matching up with Revelation 18, the whore that sitteth upon many waters, Jeremiah 51. The daughter of Babylon, or what we call America. Who is her symbol? What is the symbol when you come into America, to New York?
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of who?
Liberty.
Ain't that a lady? Yeah. Well, it say they call her the Lady Liberty, so you know, unless it's RuPaul.
Right.
But I'm just saying, but y'all know it's a female there, so to speak. But it's saying this who run the kingdom. We're part of the whore that sitteth upon many waters.
And she sits right.
But y'all read 1 through 5 on that, and y'all can see that's talking about the land and who has control over land worship in those different lands. That's what the Antichrist gonna become. The Antichrist gonna be the mistress over the world, so to speak. He gonna allow you to do whatever you want, long as you come to him and say, we acknowledge that you God. But you know what he gonna tell them? You know, my time is short. Is one coming gonna put his boot in my rear end? But y'all still want to play? We want to play. We want to play. It's just like the person that get you to come out the house. Your mama don't get home till later. Come on out and play. No, we ain't supposed to come out and play now. She ain't gonna be home till later. I'll watch her schedule for y'all. The cab show up at this time. Guess what? She get off early today.
Right.
And she got a bonus from work, was gonna take you downtown and buy you something.
But
You outside when she get home.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead. Nahum chapter 3 verse 4. Y'all, we're gonna close on out. Y'all, some of these scriptures are land prophecy and they people prophecy. You have to know the difference when it's talking about the land versus the people. This is what really happening in this Trump voting war. This is what it coming down to, the nuts and bolts of it. Are we gonna put a mistress in charge? Even though we say it that she's in charge, we don't mean that literally.
On that note, on the election, we was talking about it on the prayer call. Who would you rather vote for, Satan or the devil?
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
You voting for Satan or you voting for the devil?
Right.
What you voting for?
Look, if you say, well, the devil, cause it's mainly demons. I don't have to deal with Lucifer himself. I deal with the lightweight.
That makes a difference to you?
Hey, look,
Okay.
man, some of them, look at it. Look, the Freemasons do it. Because they say you get to Lucifer when you get to 30th degree.
Right.
29 and down, you can play with devils. Demons or idols. You know, because an idol is nothing when you understand it, but when you get devils and demons are real. So it's just a play on words, y'all, but I'm just saying, y'all, we have to be careful. This is how serious it is who runs the kingdom, because they are going to usher in the whore that sitteth upon many waters. And they're going to entice you. You think puffing them, enticing them with them women and things just to get them to be at his party? Or do you think there's something bigger behind the scenes? Y'all, there's sex, magic, and worship going on. There's people being tied up and bound.
Hey, Brother Dan,
Yes, sir.
Trump become president, he gonna let Puff y'all so they can keep on fighting.
Well, he could do, boy. Hey, look here. I wouldn't put it too far out. Look. You know, take that. Y'all that voted for me, you got to take it. Come on out of there, Puffy. But no, his chances are better as a man wearing a pair of corduroy drawers in July.
Hey, put in your notes, Joshua chapter 31, because that goes into pagan worship.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about people with pagan gods and things of that nature, or people celebrating pagan feast days but don't have any understanding of the rituals or the things that go to it. So it's, you know, we can't call them devil worshipers because they don't.
Customs of the people you speak of.
Right. But if you go into Joshua chapter 31, it talks about the rituals that went along with those pagan gods that Laban had.
Yeah. Had a ton of them.
Yeah. So when she took those pagan gods, it goes into detail what was required to be a pagan or a worshiper of those pagan deities. So a lot of times we associate people that's celebrating pagan holidays as devil worshipers, when in actuality they're not devil worshipers. They just lusting for a day to play or whatever. But they don't understand that there's rituals attached to those days. So because they don't practice those rituals, we can't attach devil worshiper to them. Now they may be lost souls, you know what I'm saying, lost in understanding.
Is that
But
similar?
we can't place a title of a devil worshiper
Yeah.
on someone who's not actually following the ritual,
Instructions of the
instructions
devil.
of the devil.
That's what we talking about,
Is that
y'all.
similar to somebody getting an abortion and saying that it's sacrificed to Moloch?
It's not.
Right.
It's not. Unless you
Because the
doing
intent of the
ritual
mind is
to that.
different. It would have to be, they would have to tell you the instructions are there. But look, we could keep saying that, but when they get there, do they try to offer you a way out first? Put it up for adoption.
Right.
Do that, or do they just say, put you to death? I mean, go and kill it right off the top. I don't know. I'm just saying, do that, because this is what the devil do. He offers you a way out first. You sure you want to do this before we go to, it's the same way with medicine. You know, what's wrong with you? My heart hurt. Okay, why is it hurting? I don't know. Hell, I don't know. That's why I'm here. It's you. Well, I don't know either. It's inside of you, but I got these pills right
take
here.
these.
Take these and then tell me if it stopped hurting. It stopped hurting, then my foot started twitching.
Okay, now take
Now
these.
take these, your foot will stop twitching. Do you know why your foot twitching? No, I'm back here at you. And then they end up with a whole bag of medicine because they don't know themselves. See, your body tell you every time something wrong. Ain't nobody in here got an illness that it ain't already made them do like just, oh, wait a minute. Whew, wait a minute. That ain't supposed to hurt like that. You know, usually when I pass gas, I don't feel like I'm finna pass out. Wait a minute, something could be going wrong.
You might have lost some vitals.
But look, you at
Valves
least
may be
know
falling out.
it's just when you get on WebMD, you start diagnosing yourself.
Right.
Feel like you about to pass out when you pass the gas. You ate too much broccoli. No, it wasn't that. I ain't had no broccoli. You went into some late night what is it? The medical. You know what I'm saying? Late at night, and you ate a bunch of stuff because you had the munchies.
Yeah, you just full of sugar, honey, iced tea.
Yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, bro. Let's get this last one to
what it
close out.
amount to.
That's what it about to, bro. Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 4.
Start at 1 and read down to 4.
Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 4.
And this is when he
Chapter 3, verse
when he
1.
busts the heads of other nations that want to get under the banner of the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Go ahead. What it say?
Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The nose of the whip.
The noise.
The noise of the whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the panting horses, and of the jumping chariots.
It's talking about like if you just picture them chasing a slave, and they're on the chariots like Pharaoh and them, and they got the whips, or like them at the border that one time when Trump had them out there and they were whooping them Haitians back. It was the only one they ever whooping on them horses and different things. It just kind of picture that scene in your mind, so to speak. Go ahead.
The horsemen lift up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none end of their corpse. They stumble upon their corpses. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
Read that again.
Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot.
Who everybody running after. Go ahead.
The mistress of witchcraft.
What is she?
The mistress of witchcraft.
In this land, she's the top of the chain. She's the mistress of witchcraft. She's in charge of witchcraft. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Get some more.
That sell nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
Y'all see that? That sell nations through her whoredoms. Like America on lock.
Right.
Because those Edomites bailed America out in 1924 when it went bankrupt. So you going easy, Ben Yehuda? Shalom. So America can't pay the loan off because they're still trying to pay the interest. Y'all know what interest payments is, don't you? When you've been paying on something for 10 years and they say, oh, you've made 2 payments to your loan now. You're like, what about the other 8 years? Oh, that was interest. We have to get our loan money back first. And then you start paying on what you owe us personally. So America can't pay back. So why do y'all think they give them $5 billion a year? And they won't give us reparations.
Right.
They didn't enslave them, so they ain't giving it to them for that. Germany should be giving them $5 billion a year, shouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna close on out of here. Anybody got any questions or concerns?
Yeah, I got one right here.
Yeah.
One moment here, let me pull it up.
So also, let me just say this too. Go to Acts, this on your own, Acts 8th chapter, and read the whole chapter. It's about Simon the sorcerer.
Oh,
He was bewitching everybody, and then when he saw what the disciples was doing, he thought money by everything. He said, man, can I buy some of the Holy Spirit? The disciples told him, you going to hell right now.
Peter
And
said, your money be buried.
Your money be buried. And he started begging, please, I'm sorry. And guess what happened? He was baptized after that. So this is a sorcerer that was bewitching people, but a living dog is better than a what? As long as you got breath in your body, you acknowledge who our king is, you have a chance to make it back, but it got to be sincere. It can't be like the other thief on the other side of the cross just wanted down because he got caught. Versus the other one that knew he was going to die, but say, eternally can I live with you.
Right.
What you got over there, bro, so we can close on out of here?
Michelle Davy in the chat asked,
Shalom, Sister Michelle.
Shabbat Shalom, wanted to ask if it's okay to claim the 12 zodiac signs and still follow Christ. Is this a double-minded?
Yeah,
You in the thing?
it's witchcraft. Deuteronomy 18th chapter. It's astrology. See, because astrology don't tell us to chase 12 zodiacs. We're named after the 12 tribes of Israel. Ain't none of them zodiacs named after Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, are they?
No.
So what's your sign? Judah.
That's it.
How do we know we Judah? Because Judah was put into the furnace. Because Judah and Benjamin saw what the other 10 tribes did, and they say, y'all some wicked brothers.
We gonna do it.
And guess what they did?
Worse.
We gonna do it better than y'all.
gonna turn it up.
Y'all really don't know how to do wickedness.
Watch
Watch
this.
how we get down. So the bulk of Judah was sent to the iron furnace and then distributed to the other nations to be in the four corners of the earth. That's when we start running to Canada. But we were first here in the iron furnace. That's why everybody looks at America for the brutality of slavery, even though it's happening in England, even though it's happening in the Netherlands. But it ain't nothing like right here, that where you really taste that brutality. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So we went into it harder, y'all, for that. So that's the reason we can't get into horoscopes. We can't get into numerology, nothing about the numbers. If it was about numerology, why don't y'all ask them soothsayers, what's the Powerball numbers? That would take it to the level if they got some power.
Right.
See, they'll quit doing what they doing because they don't need the money no more. You get $400 million, what you need tricking me out of $40 for? Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
Why you gonna trick me and you got the Powerball number?
There you go.
That's what they need to ask when you go in there. Look here, Miss Rudolph, I ain't got time for all that palm reading and chanting and all that hooting and holler. What are those numbers? Because I'm in dire straits. They talk about coming to get the car. The mule thieves is on their way. That's the repo man. They steal your mule. They on their way. Houses in foreclosure. What's them numbers? Now, wait a minute. Now, I see here, you go to that store. I ain't asking about all that. What's the numbers? Let's close out, y'all. What you got, sis?
What you were saying, Deuteronomy with the horoscopes and stuff like that. Deuteronomy 4 and
Yes, sir.
17 almost on there.
Through the 19.
Yeah. That talks about
No worship of the moon or the sun either. If you bow down to worship them. So we can't do it, y'all. Even the stones, ain't no such thing as your birthstone either. You know why? Because I'm going to say we're going to get the Israelite breastplate that Aaron had on, it has 12 stones, each stone for a tribe. But you know what? It ain't got no name on which tribe get what stone. And they don't even know if it was 4 across and 3 down or 3 across and 4 down. So if it's 3 across and 4 down, if we the 4th tribe, then we have to take that one that starts on the 2nd row. But we don't know if it starts 3 across. But if it's 4 across and you say, well, it's got to be that 4th stone over there, carbuncle, that's Judah. It ain't in there, y'all, because it don't want us chasing stuff like that. You're only compared to that in its beauty, but you're greater than a stone because we'll have that stone and think we the big mucking him up. Start fights with that stone. That nigga don't see this ring, do we? It's Judah right here, Judah block, pow, pow. And you just lay with your hands like this. And they just get your finger and peel it off. And go on about their business and you wake up. Where am I at? Let's close out, y'all. We hope we got some understanding today, y'all.
They told our brothers, that's
Y'all, we cannot get caught up, y'all, in the mistress of this fornication, y'all, because it's coming. And ain't nothing we can do to stop it. We can avoid it, though. Just don't let them trick you up with the good lookings of those doctors, because that's what they do. They create fancy names. The Creator Gang. And you like, oh, this whore dressed out.
Right, right.
Who is this heifer? or this gang and this domination. Who is that? Man, they say this heifer don't wear nothing. You better get on it.
And on that note,
Yeah.
all right, family, we're going to get this closing prayer. And it is with the Most High's permission. And it's in the name of his only begotten and beloved Son, our Lord and Savior and our Redeemer, Yahushua HaMashiach. We know him as Jesus the Christ, family. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Reading in the book of Psalms, in the 53rd chapter, it reads, the fool had said in his heart,
Yes, sir.
there is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Yah looked down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek Yahweh. Every one of them is gone back. They are altogether become filthy. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. Have the workers of iniquity no knowledge? Who eat up my people as they eat bread? They have not called upon Yahweh. There were they in great fear, where no fear was. For Yah had scattered the bones of him that encampeth against thee. Thou hast put them to shame, because Yah hath despised them. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When Yah bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Hallelujah! Selah!
Y'all got a shekel or two, y'all great to be. Thank you, worldwide audience, for y'all participation and patience in this matter, y'all. Bring forth y'all strong questions, y'all. This is class, y'all. We don't turn them down. What's that, Nat Turner?
No, I was telling him I was up all night.
What happened last night, boy?
He got your picture.
What?
What, trying to watch the fight?
No, we was on the little Bible study last night.
Oh, okay, good, yes, sir.
Let me get that.